All right, this is session 18. Last time we got to the ranch house, and at the previous session, a bell that is being used as Bob Doug's or Doug Bob? Bugdob. There we go. Bugdob the ogre has this massive gold bell as a weapon, and it was rung to draw the orcs outside because you guys did not want to fight inside the house. They started to come out the door that you guys were not thinking they would come from, possibly, or just the other side of the house where you guys were stationed. None of them were in the basement that is accessible via that trapdoor that you guys found. Not trapdoor, but cellar door. Neil went up to the roof and started picking things off from there. Rio was hiding behind a well with a good hiding spot and picking things off from there. And Sarissa and Bugdob were left to mostly tank. And everything went pretty damn well. The orcs did eventually get a chance to surround Sarissa and Bugdob, but still not a lot of bad happened. Neil got a few good spells. Rio got off a lot of good shots, and even dodged a lot of the shots that were aimed at him. The orcs actually tried to get strategic with things, but in the end, they got impatient and just got picked off one by one. The pincer attack did not work. It picked off a little bit of health from Sarissa, I think, and actually a fair amount from Bugdob, if I'm looking at my notes correctly. Bugdob is below half, or just a little bit, just a tiny bit above half. But with lay on hands, reaction, healing, etc., everything turned out good. And here we are at the beginning of our session with all of the orcs down, all of the good guys, quote unquote, up, and what you guys want to do?
Suppose we should investigate. I don't want to clean up this mess.
Investigate what?
We should investigate in the farmhouse to see if anybody's still alive.
Okay. So where are you going specifically?
Is everybody else cool with that?
Oh, yes. As we go into the house, I will lay my hands on Bugdob and heal him up with 10 points. 9 points.
Okay. Done.
7, 8,
Yeah,
9.
we should probably take a short rest, maybe before. Well, I don't think there's any more orcs in there. What do you think?
Well, to be safe, perhaps we should take a short rest and, I don't know, eat something.
Yeah. I could go for a sticky bun.
Bugdob smell orcs, but orcs out here, so Bugdob not know if more orcs inside.
You did good, Doug Bob. Bob Doug.
I like all names.
Well done. Hopefully you feel a little bit better also.
He pats you on the head a little bit, like softly, and you did good too, tall devil lady.
Thank you, kind sir.
So I don't know. Do we want to wait an hour before going in, or do we want to check
like
out?
swimming?
What's that?
Wait an hour before wading in, like swimming?
Yes, like swimming.
Yes, we should probably eat something.
Yeah, I think we would probably try to tend to our injuries and have a bit of a bite to eat and a drink and hang out and do a short rest. Is that cool?
You asking me?
Yes.
You can certainly try. In the immortal words of Matt Mercer.
Yes, I think we are all agreed that we are going to try to take a short rest.
Okay. What does that look like here? Are you guys cooking? Somebody keeping watch? Or where are you doing it? Are we leaving all the bodies as they are?
I'm not cleaning that up.
I vote we go over to the small copse of trees to the east and just maybe build a small fire, cook up some lunch, rest, and then come back to clean up the mess after.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Should we pile the bodies up in that smaller copse of trees? Out of sight, out of mind? In case anybody happens across on the house?
I think we're the heroes here.
True. Sarissa's gonna get Bugdob and herself and just grab the dead orcs by the boots and just stack them up kind of underneath those small trees just right to the very east of the house. Just kind of stack, the bodies up inside the copse before she goes and eats lunch.
Okay. Do you want me... So which trees?
Like in here, just stacking them kind of in here amongst the shrubbery.
Okay, I'll work on that. You guys move yourselves to wherever you're having your short rest.
And Neil will pull out his pan flute and play a song of rest. Actually, he'll
For all the dead orcs.
He'll be attempting to write the tale of what we did today. Singing about how brave Sarissa was and how stupid Bugdob is, but he did really great. And
Wow.
about Rio.
All right. Somebody wants to get smacked by a gold bell. Okay.
So when you guys take a short rest, you get also. I think I have to roll it. You get extra HP. Yeah, 1d6. And I rolled a 1, so yeah, extra 1 hit point.
Okay.
I'm trying to...
if we complete our short rest successfully.
Anything else for the short rest, or just the song of rest?
Well, I think we're gonna eat lunch.
I can't find the frickin' stat block for...
I take it there's nobody else around. No other creature has come forth from the house, or
Not seeing them, not hearing them. Maybe I should roll for perception.
If you are keeping a lookout, then yes, roll perception. You don't hear anything. You don't see anything coming out of the trees or house. Just everything seems pretty quiet.
I suppose the animals that we brought back are. We left our animals tied up just up the road, I believe.
Yeah, not far off, I think.
I wonder who's gonna take care of them now.
Do you mean the horses and the cow, or?
And the cow, yeah, the horses and the cow.
I can't remember what was happening with the horses that were like following you, kind of at a distance.
Yeah, they both followed us in the end.
Yeah, I think they probably stuck with your horses and the cow back wherever you tied them up.
Yeah, I think we tied them up before we went in. All right, so can we take a short rest and then
Oh,
go explore the house?
yeah, sorry, the short rest is completed without any troubles. It's +1 for the Song of Rest for every hit die spent.
No, just that's it. Because I rolled so low, I think that's it. Let me check.
I'm trying to figure out. Oh, okay. Okay, so the ogre has D10s, and he's currently at. Okay. Yeah, so do your little short resty thing and decide how many hit die you're spending.
I'm not going to spend any. I'm just going to take that 1 short rest.
10, 15. Okay. Bugdob spent 4 and got 15 hit points back. Sad. Oh, plus your 1. There we go. Oh, plus is con, right? Isn't it? You get your... No, it's just your hit die. That's right. Okay. Okay.
Nice. Is he looking pretty good?
Oh, he's looking...
Are you healthy now? Are you feeling better?
With food and rest, I'm almost as strong as can be.
Good, buddy.
Good, buddy.
Yeah, you did really, really good back there.
Thank you, Ferryman. Your spells, no like spells.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't ever cast them on you.
Thank you.
But I do have this one that could make you really, 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 really big.
No, bigger than I am now?
Yeah.
Impossible. I'm already biggest. There's nothing bigger than me. Well, dragon, I guess.
Actually, I'm totally lying to him because I don't have in large.
You bastard. All right, what you guys doing?
What do you guys want to do? Should we go explore the house?
Yes.
All right.
All right, come on. Let's do it. Let's go check out the basement first. That'll be more fun. Come on.
Are you guys joining Neil, or is he solo? Oh, okay. I don't think you guys have opened this door yet, right?
I think so.
All right, I'm going to assume you're opening it. What are you doing? Listening first, or?
Sure. Yeah. Yes.
Listen.
Might as well.
All right. Anybody who thinks they're gonna listen first, with like their ear against the door or whatever, give me a perception check.
About a 23 this time.
All right, with
18.
both of you, and Neil, even with your 15, with your ears close to the door, you can hear the faintest sound of like wood, kind of like a heavy wood pole striking like dirt. Very faint because it's wood against dirt, but you can kind of hear a thump every once in a while like that. And Rio, you can even make out kind of like did that come across on my mic? Okay, cool.
Somebody's down there.
All right. Well, you appear to have had. I'm going to assume that Rio passed that information along. So, why don't you go ahead and lead us, Rio, to wherever you think the sound is coming from?
So, sneaky into the house.
Through the cellar door?
Yep.
Okay. You open the door. If you're anybody being sneaky, give me some stealth rolls.
$16.
7.
Why were there 2 stealth rolls for Sarissa? At disadvantage? Okay. Cool. You open the door, it creaks out. Well, no. He kept pretty good care of this place, so it doesn't creak at all. It opens pretty dang soundlessly. You see some doors, some stairs leading down. It's kind of dark. Like, the only light that's coming in is probably coming in through this door, the cellar door. But you can see a dirt floor. As you are... And stop me if you need to. As you're descending the stairs, you see a dirt floor, walls of mortared stone, and an 8-foot-high plank ceiling braced by wooden pillars. Tied to a chair is a large figure with a burlap sack pulled over his head. Shelves along the walls are lined with skulls made of butter and protected by a thin coating of wax.
Cool.
Butter Skull Ranch, baby.
That's
So,
super cool butter. This is super cool.
Sarissa will walk over and pull the burlap sack off of the guy's head.
In front of you, you see a human. A large human. They don't really describe him. I thought they had a picture of him somewhere, but... Wait, don't I have a... I think I made a thing for him. No, I didn't, because he's not... Oh, here he is, yeah. So pretend that this is in the basement. You see this man, large, big old white hair, has the sack pulled off, and he looks at you. Is the ogre down here with you, or?
No, I'm going to say, but we had Bugdob. I just told him to go ahead and wait out here by the door. Yell if you hear anyone coming.
All right. He looks to the fairy and the ranger, the half elf, and the tiefling, and eyes kind of like go to each of you, and he's like,
Sarissa will pull the gag out of his mouth.
Thank you so much. God, I've been down here for, it feels like days. Who are the orcs gone?
The orcs are
You
dead.
yes.
Wow. Thank you. My name is Alphonse Calazorn. This is my ranch. Thank you again. I mean, I can't thank you enough.
Yes, and this man, I'm pointing to Rio. He brought back your cow and one of your horses.
Well, thank you, Rio. Thank you very much. Did you? Oh, my cow. Oh, Petunia. Oh, thank you. Oh gosh, I can't run this farm without her.
She didn't mention you, but you know.
You're a funny one. Wait, can you talk to her?
Indeed, we talked to her.
And what did she say?
Magic.
I can't remember.
I don't remember either. Okay.
She just needed some attention, and we led her here.
Yeah, she probably ran away when the orcs attacked. I told her to run. It seems like she listened along with the horses. That's great. You guys mind? He kind of does this thing over his back, like untying me, please.
Neil looks at Sarissa. Should we untie him? You're on mute.
I'm muted, so I'm talking and saying, "Oh, I'm sorry." Circe will pull out a little knife and cut the binding around his wrist.
Once his wrists are free, he takes the rest of the rope off and just kind of rubs his wrist where the rope was. And oh god, you never know how much that's gonna hurt until it happens to you. It's chafing something fierce. You guys say you brought Petunia back?
Yeah, she's nearby.
She's with our horses.
Would you mind bringing her here? I have a suit of I'm not using it anymore, and it seems like a fitting reward because I really can't turn a profit at this ranch without her. She's my prize winning cow. But I got a suit of Mithril Chain Mail for you if you bring her here.
Mithril?
Yeah.
I think the dwarves make that or something.
I've had it for a while.
They mine it and then craft it.
Well, to tell me, so you lost a forge, as we saw out there as well, and there was another outbuilding that was burned down. I guess that's a question for the DM. Are you saying that there was like a burnt down, that we couldn't see it on the map, but there was like a burnt down forge?
It's something, yeah.
Charred remains of a barn and smithy. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you gonna rebuild? You're gonna need help.
Are you offering me help? Do you have carpenter skills? And a few days to help?
Carpentry skills? Not me, no. But
I'll let you know.
I can play this pan flute, and I pull up my pan flute and play him a little song.
Give me a performance check.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
That's not bad.
That's after you play for however long you decide to play. He's tapping his foot. He's like, "It's a mighty fine tune, son. You have a talent."
Thank you. Yeah, I just thought it would make you feel better.
I I appreciate the offer of help, but I'm afraid that if you do not have skills in carpentry or masonry, then I don't think it's going to do me much good. And I honestly, I can build it on my own. That's fine. I appreciate you saving my life and my cow and my horses. And did you see any pigs while you were out there?
I don't remember.
You did.
I don't recall. Did we?
Yeah.
Yes, we saw some pigs.
Oh, great. They didn't run off too far. Wow.
For
Yes,
a,
we
for
saw
a,
the pigs. They're nearby.
for-
They're nearby.
for a shirt of mithril, we'll gladly round up all your livestock.
Oh, just the cow is fine, but if you want to do more, if you bring all of them, no, I'm not gonna make you do that. That's fine. If you bring me Petunia, just so I know she's safe. Maybe point out where you saw the pigs, and if the horses follow Petunia, which I think they will, that's fine for me.
Absolutely. Oh, so glad you're okay. Well, good luck with everything. We'll be right back.
Yeah, this could have been so much worse. I'm surprised it turned out so well. I don't suppose any of you. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I have a question for you. Did you how many orcs were there? 'Cause I hid, and then I got captured, and
Oh,
There was like 9 or
about-
10 of them, I think.
yes, 9, maybe 10.
okay. Did you already strip them of whatever armor and weaponry they had?
No, not yet. We came and checked out the house first.
I'll tell you what, that any metal and wood and stuff they have on them for their weapons, and there could be some wood for their armor, I suppose, but I doubt there's much. But I'll make a trade for you. You get the mithril just for bringing me Petunia, but I got another item that is homebrewed by Riley because it sounded like a fun idea. I haven't had to use this in a while since my sheriff days. Occasionally we had days that a lot of people called out sick, partying too hard the night before, and a wizard offered me, well, the town that I was sheriffing, this item that twice a day for 5 minutes per summon, it summons a buddy that matches your level. This is all like out of character, I suppose, but I call it the buddy summoner, and you can have this buddy be whatever race, sex, you can choose their appearance, their attitude. You can also choose like what kind of magics and or weaponry they're good with. And out of character, this means you want twice a day you can summon a buddy for 5 minutes per summon. They match your level. They can focus on anything you want them to, so they can be a barb tank, a cleric healer. Wow. There's a lot of background noise from somebody right now.
Yeah, sorry, it's my bag.
Okay. They can be a barb tank, a cleric healer, a shape-shifting druid, a wizard nuker, like kind of whatever you want each time you summon them. They follow the commands as well as they can, and like I said, you can choose their appearance, attitude. It's each time they're summoned, and or you can roll randomly for it. But I thought it'd be a fun item for you guys with your smaller party.
And will they have their own initiative?
Oh yeah. They're an entire.
Nice.
You guys will control, unless you want me to control it in each battle, or you don't have to summon it just for fights. Obviously, you can summon it to help you. Like if you need to break into something, you can summon a strong barbarian. If you need some healing or some other things after a fight, you can just roll get a cleric kind of thing. But either
I could summon.
Go ahead.
Thrind. So I could summon like Thrind if he was my friend in Okay, sweet.
Yeah, anything you need, Yeah, we're not. I don't think that unless you guys want to do your research and be very specific about, okay, a half elf, but like a forest half elf because I want these traits, and if you guys want to research the traits of the races that you're summoning, great, we'll implement them on each summon. Otherwise, it'll be kind of a basic from what your DM can remember of the races. And
I vote if we're gonna summon a friend, you have to have some kind of backstory as to how you know them, just to make it fun.
so, like somebody you remember from your past.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe somebody you know of.
Or yeah,
Like, like
a hero of
famous
lore.
bard, but but the thing is all you know is what you know about him. Like, you might not know that he has the bad habit of, like, throwing up when he gets nervous or something
Sure,
like that.
yeah. So you'll
I
choose.
summon another fey creature.
Yep, you'll choose. I mean, you can even get creative with it if you want it to be a monster. I'd probably even allow that, but obviously within reason. Like I'd be okay with.
That, yeah.
I'd be okay with like a person-sized dragon with a breath attack, but the breath attack wouldn't be like 70-10. It'd be more normal. But yeah. He offers you that in exchange for, which you guys didn't seem to want to loot any of the armor or weapons anyway, so he'll smelt down the metal and use it for whatever he needs it for, like horseshoes or whatever.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we could come to this arrangement. I haven't had need of it. Oddly enough, I can do most of the ranch work here myself. I haven't really had much need for another set of hands. It's just been it's just been gathering dust. This will also.
What do you know about the dragon?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm. Aside from it occasionally coming down and like he does whatever the equivalent of like the whole cross thing people do, in this realm. Aside from taking a pig here and there, so far as not taking Petunia, which I find myself incredibly lucky for that. Not much. I haven't had much for. I can't do anything to it. I couldn't make a scratch in it if I wanted to. So we all just kind of hide if we. And the animals give me a pretty good warning. Like, they smell it on the air. They all start acting kind of strange, and I just gather as many of them as I can under my roof so the dragon can't see them.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a sheriff, and now I'm just a ranch owner. That's pretty much it. I make butter skulls. That's my expertise.
Any reason you choose the skull as the shape of your butter?
I have to make up a reason. Okay. Well, no. I can't rightly say why I chose that.
I think it's great. I have my friends back in the Feywild would just love this.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool name for a ranch, and then, I found Petunia, and then I can make butter all of a sudden. And I can make butter into skulls all of a sudden. So.
Excellent.
Good question, though. I I never thought about it really.
All right.
Okay. I think you guys were coming. You guys came here. I'm trying to find my notes from the last. Okay. You guys came here. I think it was around like becoming night. It was close. It was getting close to night.
Yes.
So I mean, it's getting dark. Do you guys want to spend the night here? I got some food. If the orcs haven't gone through it all.
That sounds like an excellent idea. What do you think, Neil?
Sure.
All right, you're welcome.
And also, we have a companion who's waiting for us outside, so he will be joining us.
Oh, I can't wait to meet him.
Okay, just be sure, don't gasp and don't stare. He doesn't like it.
You're giving me a little bit of trepidation here, honey. Why would
He's
I
an
gasp?
ogre.
Oh. And he's your friend?
Yes, and he has a giant gold bell attached to his fist. He is quite deadly with it.
You certainly are a strange group. But I thank you nonetheless. And he walks out. Does indeed see Bugdob. Does stare a little bit. And Bugdob just waves with the gold bell. Hey, old man. Hey. And he goes around the other way. Back to his front door. You guys are welcome inside, he says as he goes around.
Okay. Come on, Bugdob, guys. Let's go. Get some dinner and have a nap.
We're gonna have to reload all y'all in a second here. I think it's this one. So this is the inside.
Oh, nice.
And I think the thing on the bottom right there is the cellar. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, that's the shape of the cellar. Okay. So this is the ground floor. I can put Sarissa there. I do apologize, but your ogre friend is probably not going to fit inside. But we can have... I got a fire pit outside. We can have a nice roast or something outside there.
Yeah. Yes, let's do that.
Okay, so where'd the ogre go?
There is.
Good enough. All right. So yeah. So I don't want to have to. Okay. So if you have anything in your story, in your backgrounds, or stories you haven't shared yet, he would be asking you. You guys know my story. I was a sheriff for a while, and then I retired, and then I got bored of that, and I opened this ranch, and that's pretty much who I am. Who are y'all? Why are you adventuring? What's going on?
Well, I've been an outlander all my life. I'm proficient with carpenter's tools, cooking, herbalism, wood carving.
Wow.
And at 85 years old, I might know a thing or two.
Wow, you don't look it, but you're older than me.
It's an elvish thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, I've heard of such things. Just never. Well, haven't met. I've probably met one of you passing through my town when I was sheriff, but none of y'all caused any trouble. So, well met.
Thank you.
How about, and then again, the rest of you do you have to reshare your background, but if there's anything else you might share, Neil apparently becomes double all of a sudden. Mirror image. But if there's nothing else to share.
Oh, I mean, I would just tell him that I'm gonna write a story about Sarissa and Rio, because Sarissa and Rio are gonna kill a dragon. I know they are, and I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna get to tell the tale, and then I'm gonna take that tale back to Feywild, and I'm gonna play it for Queen Titania. And when I play for Queen Titania, she's gonna realize that I'm the best bard that's ever been, and she's gonna promote me to the Summer Rhymer.
You're gonna
Excellent plan.
you're gonna watch them kill a dragon? You're gonna help?
Yeah, well, I throw a spell or two.
Well, and
And
it
I got
sounds
this
like
sling.
it sounds like with your spells and their might and brawn and other spells, I would imagine looking at them, you would be helping kill a dragon.
Yeah, I suppose I might.
I mean, that's not nothing, little one.
Yeah, but I might let. I mean, I might just let Sarissa do it because I want to write the story about her.
I mean,
So-
all right. To each their own. Stressa, anything else you've come up with with your backstory or goals or whatever?
No.
Okay.
I keep my situation situated at all times.
I hear you, miss. I Bugdob. New name for me. I ogre. I live in hills. Orcs. Say they give food and other rewards for helping them kill. I don't like kill. These guys have me dig grave for orcs, give me food, and then they have me help kill orcs, which doesn't feel as bad as killing other innocents, because orcs attack us first. I Bugdob.
Good story, Bugdob.
Thank you. Can I take this?
I might write a story about Bugdob.
Can I take Bell off?
Yes, but
Oh.
don't lose it. Keep it close by.
Okay. Anything else y'all want to do before you go for a long rest?
Sarissa will pull her extra, shawl out of her bag and give it to Bugdob to put on, which it'll probably look like a little teeny tiny cape on him, but still.
What's a shawl?
One of these things, it's a big piece of cloth, basically, that you can wrap around your head or wrap around your shoulders or do whatever you want with it. It's a big piece of cloth.
It would probably be big enough to go just below his shoulder blades as a cape.
Yeah, he could wrap it around his neck like a little tiny scarf, or he could attach it in the front and have a little cape on.
No one ever give Bugdob cloth before.
Oh, you're one of the party, Bugdob. You look smashing.
Bugdob, think allergies. All right, is that it for the night?
Yes, we should probably get some sleep.
Yeah.
You guys want to post any watch or just all hope everything's okay?
Well, I only trance for 4 hours a night, so
True.
if the rest of y'all can fill in for that 4-hour stretch, I'd appreciate.
Yeah. I'll do a
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah, Sarissa can do a shift too.
We'll say you guys. Well, have you brought the horses and Petunia in yet, or are you doing that later?
No, we would do that before we go to bed.
Maybe while
Yeah.
maybe while the food is cooking.
Yes.
Did I show you this token? This gold cow.
That's awesome.
That's all I really could find for a cow token, and it fits because it's
That's
a prize-winning cow. Yeah. And then obviously I got some pig tokens too. They're all in the fields, wandering around, in case they came into play.
I love them.
All right. So, I'm not even gonna make anybody roll for things. You guys get a long rest, and Big Al is it Big Al, right? Yeah, Big Al is like, I've been sitting in a chair for I don't know, days, I guess, and I just need my bed. And He goes off and sleeps, and you guys have several beds you can use. I see. There's actually like a lot of beds here.
Yeah. Will Bugdob fit in the basement if we throw some hay down in the basement for him?
I don't think he's gonna want to squeeze through that door.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll throw some hay.
I mean, he's an
next to the house,
ogre.
so-
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could sleep in the field with the pigs. He'd probably be happy.
Yeah.
They might even cuddle him. I'm gonna say the pigs cuddle him, because Big Al has made them unafraid of this one particular ogre, which might be a problem if future ogres come down. But Bugdob is, you wake up to him, yeah, sleeping with the pigs in the field, and
Snuggling up with the pigs.
yeah. The next morning, y'all wake up, and what you doing?
We still need to search the orcs, don't we?
For what?
Weren't we gonna strip them and see if we found anything?
That's up to you. You guys, so far, I thought, agreed to the deal for the summon a buddy.
Oh, that's right.
If you, yeah, it's up to you if you want to, like, he asked for the weapons and anything metal or wood,
Oh, that's right.
but if you guys still wanted to search for anything else, you're welcome to.
Meh. Oh, Sarissa does. I have detect magic, Neil.
You could try that. I think that would show if there's any magic that we're missing.
Sarissa,
Excellent.
what oath did you choose? I never looked.
Oath of... fuck. As soon as you said that, it left my brain. Hold on.
I know Vengeance, Ancients, Oathbreaker, I think is one. No, wait.
Yeah, it's not Oathbreaker.
Vengeance.
Yeah, Oath of Vengeance.
Okay. I'm just curious.
That's
It
what I thought, but...
doesn't have anything to do with anything. I was just curious.
So Sarissa will pull up detect magic and see if there's any magic
Okay.
lurking about.
And it's a 10-minute. It lasts for 10 minutes, right?
Yes, 10 minutes.
As a paladin, you can't do that as a ritual, right?
No, I don't
Okay.
think so.
Here's what I'll also allow. If you wanted to do that before sleeping, if you had another, is it second level or first level?
First level.
If you had a first level spell remaining before bed, then you could do that before bed and still retain all your spell slots when you woke up.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, let's do that. So before we passed out, Sarissa went out and voodooed up over him.
You walked around the house. You walked outside. Maybe you had like expanding circles for 10 minutes, and your detect magic only picks up whatever magic items are on yourself and your party mates.
Oh.
Nothing. And well, the Mithril Chain Mail was given to you in the night, so whomever is, I mean, that would also have it.
And the buddy summoner. What does the buddy summoner look like?
It is
It's an artifact.
Please make it a magic 8-ball.
Well, the 8-ball doesn't make sense to me. I was gonna say it's like a formless idol, but you guys can make it whatever you want if you want a consensus of what it looks like. I don't care.
I like the formless idol.
Like it
How
just
about like an
Like how tall? Like kind of like
An
action,
etch-a-
like a medium-sized action figure.
A magic etch-a-sketch could be kind of interesting.
Because then you'd have to halfway sketch out who you're trying to summon.
I wouldn't make you do that unless you wanted a chance for it to be like a pixelated, like face slanted, one eye bigger than the other.
Right. Pablo Picasso looking.
Yeah. Which could be funny, but all of a sudden, from out of nowhere comes a... His head is tilted to the side for some reason. He's like, this is uncomfortable. I don't know why I'm alive. I hate it.
No, I think the formless little doll thing you were talking about probably works.
Okay. And then whatever material you guys want that to be made out of, it could be straw or clay. Like, it could feel like it's moldable clay, but it doesn't really mold too far, and it doesn't really deform the shape of the humanoid. But again, it doesn't have to be a humanoid you summon. I'm happy to expand it to dragons and creatures and shit, because that'd be fun. So in the morning, yeah, that's all you find with your detect magic. Bugdob is also entirely non-magical. But yeah, what you doing in the morning?
Good deal. Well, I guess we'll go back to town and tell everybody how great that everybody is. But I don't actually know if Doug Bob can really come back to town with us. We may have to establish some sort of headquarters for ourselves, maybe.
Oh, yes. Excellent idea.
Yeah,
No offense, Bugdob, but
Bugdob don't think he welcome in town. Big Owl and you are cool. Bugdob don't think town could.
yeah. Do we have some place that we can set up shop? It's sort of a permanent location that we can store stuff, and maybe we need a secret base, guys.
Oh, excellent idea, Neil. Big Al, do you know of somewhere around here for
Rio
rent?
can help us build one.
Oh, this is true.
I don't rightly know anywhere you can make a base out of. Did you guys see the shrine from the road on your way here?
The shrine?
Yeah, that place has seen better days. I mean, I've been there kind of no, he hasn't. Yeah, he wouldn't go there. I heard it got ransacked
Shrine's
and
pretty close to town. Relatively close to town, I believe.
And the shrine's different than the temple we were at, where we got
Same thing.
the bell?
Same thing.
Oh.
it's the Shrine of Savarus or whatever it's called.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Shadows.
We could make hello. We could make that our base.
Yeah, we could.
At least, for Bugdob to live. I don't know how we would defend it aside from Doug Bob,
Yeah.
Bugdob.
And it's on the way back to town, right?
It's from what you guys know, like, it's way, way closer to Butterskull Ranch than it is to town. Like, it was only maybe like 10 miles from there to here, and then from town to the shrine it was, I'm gonna guess 60. I'm not looking at it right now, but
Oh, so we probably need someplace a little closer to town to leave our wares and Bugdob.
60ish.
Well, we can look.
Yeah, we could always
We can
camp.
scout out something.
Yeah, we could always camp also.
Yeah. We'll set up camp and turn it into a secret base.
Exactly.
Start digging into the ground and setting up like camouflage roofs.
By the way, because Big Al is alive, he is the one that would give you your reward, which is going to be 100 gold pieces to each of you, including
And
Bugdob.
Bugdob?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Bugdob, you can use this to buy. We can use it to buy you as much meat as you'd like in town. Big cows to cook for you and deer.
Bugdob see this before, but not know what for. It buy meat?
It buys meat. Any kind of meat you want.
Human meat?
But we'll probably have to get it for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
not human meat. That's frowned upon.
So I buy in town.
You tell us what you want, and I will go into town and buy it for you with your gold.
So I keep gold, or you keep gold.
Yes. So Sarissa will pull out a piece of leather and just you carry it on you, and then when we get close to town, you'll stay in camp. I'll take some of your gold, and I'll go into town and buy you some meat, and then come back with the meat for you to eat.
Okay. And Bugdob tries to like put it in his loincloth thingy, and then all of the coins spill through.
Yeah.
And then he goes down and picks them all up. What?
Sarissa will just say, how about I carry them for Bugdob?
Okay.
And then she'll write out a little receipt on a piece of paper and say, stick this in your loincloth. It tells you how many pieces of gold I'm holding for you. Stick it in your loincloth.
Okay.
Yes. Don't worry.
This does fit underneath like whatever elastic or waistband or whatever the hell he has.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's gonna stay there, but he can't read it anyway, so.
Exactly. So.
I trust Tawny Lady.
Yes, your gold is safe with me, Bugdob. So let's see.
So what you guys want to do now? Oh, and yeah, whomever. I mean, you guys can. It's not attuned, so you guys can pass that summon a buddy thing around. I'm not worried about that. So whoever wants to be the one to decide who to summon each time, you can have one person do it every time, and then have it be a confab, or you can pass it around, or just whatever. But
we need to decide: are we gonna sell the Mithril Chain shirt, or are we gonna hold on to it?
Did you look it up in D&D Beyond? Because
yeah,
it might be better for you because it wouldn't affect your stealth, like you wouldn't have disadvantage on stealth. But would it be bad for your AC?
No, I don't think so.
Because the whole thing about Mithril is that
it's quiet, right?
Yeah, no disadvantage on stealth anymore. I don't think it's like a +1 Mithril Chain shirt, so it's just whatever the base.
Yeah, it's AC 16.
Does it say that you get? I know that in Baldur's Gate it will say you get your +2 bonus from dexterity or up to +2, but I don't know if it says that on D&D Beyond for this. So you'd have to like put it in your equipment, equip it, and see what it does to your AC.
Okay, yeah, because I think it's at armor class 16, like what my chainmail is. So let me.
Well,
it would be nice to not.
Yeah.
It could.
Disadvantage.
It could if it doesn't increase your AC, but it could also increase Rio's AC, possibly, and then increase his AC and also keep his stealth good, possibly.
Yeah.
Or you could sell it.
Too.
It's up to you, or try to sell it, I suppose.
Oh, hold on.
Anytime you guys want to attempt to go to like, I think the closest city is. The closest big city is Neverwinter. So if you guys do want to like spend a day, any kind of. Okay, sorry.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it does say it's the exact same AC and everything, but it takes away the disadvantage for the stealth.
Yeah, and you're proficient with heavy armor, but
yeah.
Oh, it's heavy?
Not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's heavy armor.
It's 55
right,
pounds.
and Rio is not proficient with heavy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 55 pounds. The chain mail. That's great.
So I mean, it's an upgrade for you, Sarissa. In that, no more disadvantage on stealth.
That would be so great because how many times have I had to roll that?
It hasn't been a lot because it's like this module's pretty freaking easy, but it could come into play for sure.
Yeah.
You guys got your gold from Big Al. He thanks you again, and then says you guys are amazing. I'm so thankful I'm alive because of you, and I hope you guys get a lot of good use out of that mithril chain and that's the summoner, buddy.
Okay, hold on.
And the
Okay,
Shadows is saying the mithril armor also weighs like half of what your current armor is, if that matters for your carrying capacity at all.
Yeah, so, okay. Let me get rid of that.
That's the chain shirt that weighs less. The Mithril Chain Mail still weighs 55.
Oh.
No, but my normal chain weighs 75, so...
Oh.
Oh, wait, no, it's cost. Forget it. Never mind, that's me.
No, yeah.
Whatever.
It still weighs... They both weigh
it weighs the same.
55. Yeah.
Encumbrance is not a big thing unless you guys are trying to carry too much like dumb shit, and then I will probably make it a thing. But you guys have, aside from just after Big Al said, "Hey, I'll trade you all of their metal and shit for this one item," you guys have never actually asked to loot any bodies. So we'll see if it comes into play.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hauling around the octopus hide armor. We had it. Did we have it made in town? I believe.
If you have it on your person, then it was made and given to you. If you had it in your notes to pick it up later.
Yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't.
That's the whole camouflage thing, right?
Description of but it doesn't have any description of what it does. So
well, I didn't know. I didn't put it in your inventory, so you must have made that. So,
yeah,
like.
I must have made it just to remember that we had it.
It gives you the ability to, I think, stay still and hide effectively in any terrain, I think. I don't think it was going to, like, it's an octopus, like, but I think it's only, like, once a day, maybe. The use case of it...
You'll have to make a homebrew item or something.
Yeah. The use case of it's probably pretty low, but... It exists. I mean, you guys wanted to turn it into armor, and I allowed it. That's the best I could come up with. It could also be a low DC. Instead of that, we can make it an armor that has, like, if you put out your arm and you like spray an enemy, as a low DC chance to blind them. Like you squid ink, octopus ink. We could do that instead. I don't mind. It's not going to be a fantastic DC, but once a day for free. Bonus action.
Yeah, that's cool. I
Okay.
don't know who would wear hide.
Yeah, probably not even... I wouldn't even attune it, honestly. It'd just be... Okay. So, what are we doing?
I think we should... I guess we got to go back to town and check with the quest, the town master for more quests. I mean, I don't really have enough money. I don't really need to go shopping. We need money, but I guess the way to get money is to go find some work.
Yes, I'm in agreement. I don't have a terrible lot of money, so work it is.
Yeah, this module is not built around getting high levels and buying some super awesome gear. So money isn't a big deal for this particular module. You guys...
Oh, I could sell my regular chainmail. It says it's worth 75 gold.
Whenever you sell something, it's half the price you pay for it.
Okay.
So if it says 75
so
and
it's
then
worth
Yeah.
Oh.
40.
So it's worth $37.50.
Yeah, 30, yeah. No shadows. So are you guys going to town? Are you trying to set up a base at the shrine?
By town.
Yeah, town. I don't think we decided to set up a base at the shrine, but
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to finding another place to set up a more permanent camp, and then Bugdob can stay there.
So
We can reconnaissance on our way back to town and keep it like a decent distance from town so we can get into town to find work.
So this is the DM giving an option, not mandatory whatsoever. But Big Al walks out and he says, I heard you guys talking about like what to do with Bugdob, and I know he's not gonna be welcome in town because he's an ogre. No offense, none taken. And I mean, I could use a strong man thing. No offense again. None taken, I think. If you want to let him stay here, I mean, he could help me build things. I'd give him food. We could build him a shelter of his own to sleep in at night, with a pig or two if he wanted to. It's an option. I'm not.
That's a mighty fine offer from you, friend. I don't know.
I get it. The offer will always be on the table if you guys want to come back to it. Bugdob, would you like that if they decided it?
Well, I guess we just need to decide what's best for Bugdob, and that's a private matter. So we'll go outside and discuss that.
All right, I will leave you to it.
All right, so we go away from earshot of I'm sorry, I can't pronounce his name.
Big Al.
Big Al. We go out of earshot of Big Al and say, should we ask Bugdob what he wants to do? I don't want to force anybody to come with us if they've got another option.
So Bugdob would naturally have been following you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you want to wave him back before you say that, or?
No. I probably wouldn't think about it. No. He can hear it.
I'm good either way. I mean,
would you like to stay with us for a while, Bugdob? And if you get tired, we could bring you back here for a rest. You could stay here safely.
As long as Bugdob not go in city, I think good.
Okay, so why don't we have Bugdob stay with us for a while, and if it gets to be too much, we can circle around back here, and he can stay here with Big Al.
Let's circle back.
Yeah, but how are we going to go into the city, Sarissa?
Oh, we'll have to make a camp. We need somewhere for us to stay outside the city. I don't particularly want to stay in the city. We'll set up a camp. Bugdob could stay there when we run into town.
We might attract some followers. People might come want to hang out with us in camp. If we get too close. They might have heard of me.
Yeah, they probably have. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, Neil.
Okay.
If we have to, we'll tell them no. Autographs only.
Okay. Well then, let's go set up a camp.
Yes. In fact, we should probably get some new paper when we get to town for all the autographs you're going to need to sign.
Oh yeah, new paper.
Yeah, exactly, and a new pen, fancy ink.
Yes. Yeah. I can start working on writing some of these songs.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah. How about we tell Big Al that Bugdob may be back in the near future, but for right now he's going to stick with us. But if Bugdob does decide to come back, we'll be sure to let him know and bring him back and blah blah blah.
The only thing I ask is, if he's gonna come back on his own without you guys escorting him, could you please tie something bright and colorful around his wrist or something, so I know it's not just an ogre coming to.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I can't really tell ogres apart from each other, and
Oh, it's understandable.
okay, good.
Yes. What should we use?
Any colorful ribbon around his wrist or anything that's not common for an ogre, which is basically just a loincloth and anger on his face.
So I have a pink ribbon in my bag. How about if we tie a pink ribbon around his left arm?
Okay, that'll do.
So Sarissa will make a note of that in her journal.
Are y'all leaving then?
Yep.
We'll say you guys had a breakfast together, and Bugdob got his fill, and Bugdob also was seen occasionally like petting Petunia, who seems super frightened, but like also kind of okay with it because his scratches are so good. And the horses as well. Like he'll like really softly approach the horses and pet them. And
That's funny.
if you guys are off, then we are off.
Yes.
Sounds good.
And
Back to town.
as you guys are leaving, the pigs are kind of walking behind Bugdob, but he goes, "No, you can't. No follow." And then Big Al's like, "Pigs, come! You can't follow the ogre, pigs. You gotta come in." And they'll go,
You-
whatever the sound of a sad pig sounds like. Oink.
Hey, Bugdob, could I get a ride? Can I
Sure.
ride on your shoulder?
Sure, tiny ferryman.
Thank you.
Don't worry, Bugdob. We'll be back to see the pigs and all the animals soon enough.
That would be fun. Those pigs were nice.
They were.
They told good stories.
So I guess we head back to town.
Okie dokie. So along the road, you would pass by Coneyberry again, where you buried the dead, and that's like within the first. So what do we say? A mile every 15 minutes. Because you're on horses, but Bugdob doesn't have a horse, so
Yeah, he has to walk.
his stride is longer, so it's
Probably
instead of
double ours almost.
yeah, but horses are also supposed to be double your speed, so he might be able to keep up with a trot from the horses without straining himself. So we'll say a mile every 10 minutes, just to kind of split some difference there. So yeah, you pass Coneyberry. 5, 10, 15, 20. What did I say? A mile every 10 minutes. So you're about halfway.
Mile every 10 minutes would be 6 miles in an hour. And if we're 60 miles from the city, then it's 10 hours. But we were, yeah.
That still seems high. 5, 10,
hours.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, 50 miles. That's 6 miles an hour. Okay, yeah, sure. So you leave early in the morning.
10 hours.
You get, as long as you're not making any, like, you got the hills that are like the foothills to the Sword Mountains to your left, to the south. As you're riding along, you have the forest of Neverwinter Wood to your north as you're riding along. And where do you want to make camp?
Order to coast.
Or like, where do you want to put Bugdob? And then, do you guys have that map, or you want me to? I think I have.
I don't have the map.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I posted it in chat a long time ago. I thought I had it as a. Oh, there it is. So here's the Sword Coast map without any spoilers.
Is it in?
It's Owlbear.
Which chat is it in?
It's on Owlbear now.
Oh, and oh.
So just to the east of Coneyberry is Butterskull Ranch. Just to the south of Coneyberry in the hills would be the Shrine of Savras.
Okay.
The loggers camp that I think you guys were part of is right where that marker was. I can't do both at the same time. Falcon's Hunting Lodge is to the east of that, inside the woods. You guys did not do the Dwarven excavation. That was the group prior to you, or Nomengard.
Is Phandalin the town that we were in?
Phandalin
Right
is the
here?
town you're in. That's the... And then Neverwinter is that other black dot to the northwest. That's the big town.
Okay.
And then Umbridge Hill is where is just barely. That's like the hill to the southeast of Phandalin, where you got the healing potions from the matron, whatever. What was her name? The midwife. Yeah.
So would right about here be safe to tuck in and camp?
I mean,
Here.
as safe as you might think it is.
Well, that way we're close enough to Phandalin.
I mean, it's
But we're not
it's
so
within the
close.
trees. It's
Yeah.
so the tree cover. It's probably the best you can do, the closest that you can do.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll try to find a place that looks like it's off the beaten path. Somewhat.
So you make it to that camp roughly, let's see, so 60 miles would have been 10 hours, so 50 miles. This is about the 40-mile mark, so about 7.5, 8 hours, give or take. So it's around, let's say you left at 7 a.m., that would put you about 3 p.m. Probably be a good time to stop also and to give a
Eat
break to the
and chill.
horses. Yeah. And then talk with Bugdob. Is this my spot, my camp?
Yes, Bugdob. We figured we would post up here, so when we have to go into town, you don't have to go with us, and this would be your safe space.
Bugdob, just sit here, do nothing.
I'll teach you how to weave. You can make yourself a new loincloth.
So DM to Sarissa, that would take a lot of training.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
you could hunt for small animals to
Okay. Small.
does he know how to tan hides and stuff?
Ooh. It's the DM's first roll, I think. No, I rolled earlier. For Bugdob's hit points. Does he know how to tan? Let's see if that was one of his jobs with his tribe. No. I'm gonna say he does know how to hunt. And like eat what he kills. But if you can think of any other things that he might know how to do good, tanning's not one of them.
How about if we bring him a kitten from town to give him a buddy?
That's your prerogative.
Yeah, like a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Right?
Here, kitty. Rawr. So you guys want Bugdob to just wait here? Are you guys coming back?
Well, I'll camp out with Bugdob. I'm
There
a
you go.
ranger.
Okay.
And we can run to town.
Okay.
Town makes me slightly itchy anyway.
There you go. Rangers that don't like town. It makes total sense. I like it. All right. So you guys, anything happening during your you don't need a short rest, but we'll call it that anyway, or as long as you want to make this lunchtime or whatever.
We should think about getting some sending stone, so that way we can keep in communication.
You guys
When we're-
have the ones
Do we?
that I gave to the previous group. and it was...
There was some limitation on them, though.
There's 3 of them. Each of them can initiate a sending 3 times per day. And then the recipient of a sending, just like the spell sending, can respond that 1 time. So each stone,
Okay.
3 messages, 3 sendings, and then so 9 sendings total.
Well, since we have 3 of them, Rio will have 1, Neil will have 1, and I'll have 1. When Rio's back in camp, if he needs to, for whatever reason, hit us up, he can.
Okay.
Does that sound good, Neil? Rio?
Yeah, sounds good.
It is 1-to-1 though, so like he can't broadcast to all the other sending stones, just to one of you.
Yeah.
So you'd have to do a chain if you want to. Okay.
Yeah.
And who's gonna hold on to the buddy, the buddy sent the buddy totem? Maybe who's gonna need it more? I think probably Rio. In case they get attacked.
Sounds fair.
All right. Well, we'll leave that with them.
Yeah, and if we get attacked, we can let you know what we did with the bodies.
Sounds good. You guys are awesome. You should try to build a more permanent campsite too, if you would.
So, are we going into Phandalin, or are we heading into Neverwinter?
Neverwinter you would not be able to make it in the rest of it.
Journey.
Yeah.
So we'll head into Phandalin, I guess. Well, it's kind of, I don't know, it's already pretty late in the day. Do we just want to wait until tomorrow?
If we can't make it there and back in the current day, then yes. Well, I guess that would be my question. Like, if we left from this site in the morning, could we get to Phandalin and back in a day?
I did say it was about 8 hours. No, because the total travel time was 50. So it was about 6 hours. Fuck, I lost all my math.
Sorry.
Each of those hexagons is 5 miles. So if we're saying 5 miles on horseback without an ogre would take like 8 minutes, then 40 minutes per hexagon.
Okay.
So I mean, you would get back. It depends on how long you take in Phandalin, but you'd get back pretty close to night, if not like after night by a little bit.
Okay. Then I vote that we leave early in the morning, so
Okay.
that we can turn around and come right back if that's what we want to do.
Okay,
Yes.
so you guys are just camping out here for now, or
Yes.
leaving Phandalin in the... Okay, cool. You guys want to do anything while you pass the time?
Well, I'll probably try to practice my pan flute and write maybe write a song that I'm trying to sing, something about the victory at Butterskull Ranch. Butterskull Ranch.
Oh, it's coming along great so far.
Thanks.
There better be a song by the end of this campaign, man. You can use AI. I used AI to like finish some lyrics for a song I started writing like 8 years ago. It wasn't great, but it was okay. It all rhymed. Do you want to start teaching Bugdob anything to do whilst... Because he's going to be left here alone, I would say. Well...
No, Rio's going to be here with him.
Well, not all the time, right? Like, what's
Yeah.
Is your plan to go to Phandalin in the morning, come back, and then go on to... Like,
Teach Bugdob how to garden. I'll bring some seeds back for him.
I'm assuming you're gonna check like the quest board while you're in Phandalin.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah, that was why we were going back.
Yeah.
And we want to work. We want to get more gold.
Okay.
We'll teach Bugdob how to garden. We can
Okay.
pick some seeds up in town for him.
He certainly already
Bugdob
knows how to
can carry
dig.
all of our equipment.
You could while you're in town. Yeah, get some.
We could buy all kinds of stuff.
Well, we'll ask Bugdob. Like, does he want to learn how to garden, or does he want to learn how to weave, or crochet, or something?
What garden?
You plant seeds in the ground, and then plants grow, and then you harvest them, and you eat them.
Eat plants?
Yeah. Or you take them to market and sell them for more gold to buy more meat.
His big meaty finger scratches his head. Market has humans, right?
We would take your vegetables to market for you and sell them for you. Or maybe even sell them to a wholesaler who would sell them for you.
This sounds complicated.
You put the seeds in the ground, you harvest the food, we take it to humans, give it to them, they give us gold, we bring the gold back to you. You use the gold to buy meat.
Bugdob just kind of stares blankly at you.
That's what we'll do then, Bugdob. Trust me, you'll be very happy.
Intelligence of
But
5.
Not all plants taste good.
True that.
Only some taste good. We'd only grow the good ones.
Exactly.
Me think ranger lie. No plants taste good.
I'm wondering if we don't maybe grow some herbs. 'Cause herbs always are easy to sell, and we could have we could spice up some of the meat with some herbs and see if Bugdob likes any, like basil or sage or any of. Or does he just
Bugdob.
like meat?
Bugdob see animals eat plants. Bugdob eat animals.
Bugdob eating herbs, yes.
Bugdob,
Profit.
can you make weapons?
Oh,
Can you make weapons?
He looks around, rips a bush out of the ground, holds it up.
Oh, that's okay. That's pretty good.
John, you got some kind of weird sound coming from your mic, man. It's like this buzzing.
sounds almost like a motorcycle in the background.
Yeah, fan noise.
Ah,
So no, Bugdob was mostly a hunter so far. Didn't roll good on the hiding. Rolled even worse on the weapon making. Intelligence of 5, if that matters. Which is like half a normal average human.
Well, Rio just put him to work and build us a base. I mean, you know, something cool.
yeah, log cabin or something.
So you want Bugdob chop down trees, lay logs.
Well, yeah, and like to dig. Can you dig in the ground? Dig up dirt?
Oh yeah, could dig. You want dig home?
Ooh, well,
Yeah, like
we
dig
could
shelter.
we could have them dig down underground and shore it up with timbers, and our whole base could be underground and hidden.
That'd be pretty cool.
Bugdob dig good. Bugdob can knock trees down, but Bugdob not know what do with trees if knocked down. So I could dig big hole.
Could Rio show him? Rio, is that in your wheelhouse? If he was to start
Sure.
digging into the ground, you could help him put the wood in there to make us a fine lair.
Uh-huh.
Sweet.
Okay. Anything else tonight before long rest?
No.
You have, since it was only like 3 when he got here, if you guys want to say you spent some time teaching Bugdob some whole home diggery / crafting, then let's say by nightfall you get a good 5 hours. If you wanted to like split it up between yourselves, sure, you know. You might want to think about getting Bugdob some tools, like so Rio can keep his tools and Bugdob could have some.
Yeah, we could maybe buy some tools in town.
Yeah, or have some crafted that are ogre sized if necessary. But
Yeah, that's a good idea. So it doesn't look like he's trying to dig with a spoon.
yeah, he digs pretty good with his hands. And if you had
Yeah.
him like planting seeds, he could just like push them into the earth most of the time.
Straight into the dirt.
Yeah, and then just like pinch the earth over it. But
Well, we could pick up some seeds
Yeah.
and have some tools made for him.
yeah, I'd say like if you just like he gets the general idea of pushing the seed into the ground and pinching. He gets that. He doesn't understand why a plant will grow from it. He doesn't understand that at all. So you might have to like teach him to water. If there's not, I mean, there's probably a good amount of rain here, like a normal amount, but maybe a little bit of watering here and there.
Mhm.
Okay. If nothing else for the night, you get a good. Yeah, you get a good long rest. All right. So what are we doing in the morning, and do we want to take a break?
Break.
Yeah, break
Right.
sounds good.
I got a pee, so that works for me. Cool. Then I'm gonna turn off cams for a second here, and
Sounds good. Talk to you in a second.
we'll see you guys soon. 5-10 minutes is normal. I have a choice to make for what I'm doing for work tomorrow. But we're just getting back into this game, so... let me text this guy. Give me...
We seem to have lost John.
Okay. He'll probably be back.
Sarissa will have to be without her horn for a while. My head is splitting.
Shannon, I will never give you like disadvantage or negative proficiency for not being in costume. You're all right. I've never been in costume and probably never will be. Too much money.
Oh,
You missed. I was telling Sarissa about my wings that I got for Christmas, but they have too much glitter on them, so I have to fix them.
I thought that I saw those. We talked about you getting something.
I want to see your wings, by the way. Go throw them on real quick.
It was about you getting the wings, right?
I'm not getting glitter anywhere in the house.
The glitter just falls off the wings. That's shit, dude. That sucks.
It'll all fall off so quick. Like I said, just jump around, wear it for an hour. All the glitter will fall off, and then spray it with a sealant.
A sealant? Yeah. That might not be bad.
Yeah, I got this. What is it called? Adhesive spray.
Yeah, don't go with straight adhesive because it'll make it sticky, and then you'll get dirt and stuff sticking it too. Get an actual like sealant of some sort that will spray, and it'll just seal it on it, but it'll dry. Otherwise, you'll have a tacky surface, and then you'll have cat hair sticking out, and you'll look like
good point. Yeah,
a flying dust bunny.
Good point.
Yeah, so get a sealant. It'll seal it all out, like I said.
Somewhere I have my DM costume. You know, the one from the anime?
Just FYI, Shadows, if it's okay, like, I have restarted the audio recording. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, send me a picture of your DM costume, Shadows.
Yeah.
I'll send you some photos of... You can ask these guys. I'm always in costume. It's just... I feel that you should be in costume. My neighbors all think I'm insane.
We know.
Right?
Welcome back.
Just look.
There you are, John.
AMD driver crash.
Oh, fuck. Like your computer's driver? Fuck.
It's a $2.49 Walmart special I got last Christmas.
Copy.
Over a year old. So
that's... I got really lucky. The last computer I had, I bought off of a guy who needed the money, and he had built it himself, and it lasted me for 5 years. So I only paid like $400, $500 for it. This one I bought on like brand new from Newegg, and they gave me a payment option. So like they gave me a credit card basically with no interest for a year, and I could split the payments into monthly payments. So it was like $1,000 for the computer, I think, but I only paid 1/12 of that every month for 12 months with no interest.
yeah,
So,
well,
yeah,
I favor laptops just because of the convenience.
gotcha.
And when this one croaks, I'll take it apart, salvage the parts, and buy a ThinkPad used from Free Geek for $50.
Copy.
That's what I'm using. I bought this for $200 from a guy who had played a game in a couple years ago, and it's worked great.
His name wasn't John also, was it?
No, the guy, it was Cameron.
Cameron. There was two Camerons, that's what it was.
Yeah, he played the halfling chef with the Iron Chef, Iron
Not
Defender.
not a halfling. He was a goblin.
I thought he was I thought he was a halfling.
He was a
but
goblin.
Yeah.
He talked like this.
Yeah.
He
completely wiped it and got it all set up and like shipping and everything sent it to me. I was very lucky.
He was a good dude.
Yeah,
all right.
he really was a nice guy.
So we have decided it is morning. Long rest that you didn't need happened. Bugdob got some training in, well, what to do with the seeds if you do purchase some seeds, like what to do with them, and then water them, blah, blah, blah. Let's say like a couple hours of carpentry training. So what would that look like? What would he know how to do? Like, what would he know to do with if he knocks over a tree? Like, cutting it into 2x4s is not probably an applicable skill without like a buzzsaw, you know. So like
stripping off the branches,
okay,
and stacking everything up in same size pieces, maybe.
I think I could teach just about anybody how to do mortise and peg.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, are you
On
teaching
log.
him? Are you teaching him to like cut with a hatchet or whatever? Wait, sorry. Maybe I'm getting my things wrong. So what's mortise and peg?
You have you cut up the ends of logs so that they end in a peg,
Okay.
so that you can fit them into a frame that holds everything in place.
Okay. So what I'm picturing is at the end of one log, you cut like whatever shape it may be. I mean, like half an hourglass shape, and that half an hourglass shape will fit into another log where at the end, on the side of the end, you cut a receptacle shape, right? So that hourglass just like slides into that half hourglass receptacle shape.
Yeah, I'm throwing the Wikipedia into the Sun Group chat.
Okay. Okay. About what I was thinking, yeah. But that works too. Is that... Okay. Gosh. And he doesn't have to make it perfect either. He has to make it so that the peg...
Enough.
Yeah, the peg fits into the slot. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Yeah. And that actually probably saves more... I was thinking these were going to be like stacked logs. So that you'd cut... Yeah, but this works probably better. More securely. Yeah, cool. Okay. He's got the strength. You give him a hatchet, or buy him a hatchet or some tools in town, or... Yeah. Just for the hell of it, with a 5 intelligence. I mean, this is D&D. We gotta solve some things with rolls, right? So I'm thinking DC 10, but that's including his -3 intelligence. So he's got to have the with this roll, the intelligence of a normal human. 14 minus 3 is 11. So he has figured out how to do this peg, this mortise and tenon thing. That never occurred to ogres before. We just sleep outside. But this is better. Ranger man, you smart.
Just old folks taught me. Smart not required.
Okay. So he has learned how to do that. It's easy enough for him to push seeds, and that took a couple seconds. He doesn't understand what's going to happen with the seeds, but he knows how to push them into the ground and cover them with dirt. With a 19 on that roll, he will even remember to water the seeds as often as you think he should. You can even with that roll, you could even say, if it rains, don't worry about it for a couple days. And he could even put some kind of marker in the dirt. Like every time it rains, the next day he'll put he'll dig a little mark, like a 1/ in the ground to count the days between rains, so that if it's 2 days or more, he'll water it at day 2. That was a good roll. So that's building how big do you want him to build this structure?
What's our climate here?
It's the coast. I wouldn't say that we would probably say, okay, so if we're actually looking at a full map of the Sword Coast, or of, what's it called? Like, it's not the Sword Coast, right? There's something more to it. Faerun. Really, the entire thing is Faerun?
The continent.
Okay, cool.
The continent's Faerun. We're on the Sword Coast.
I believe if you look at that full Faerun map, not far north of the Neverwinter Wood is Icewind Dale. Like the icy, always snowing kind of area, I think, if I remember correctly. But this map shows me that these trees are either evergreens or very vibrant and can survive winters, and think about Washington State. Let's say Washington State is the climate here.
Okay, so a longhouse.
Yeah. So roughly 2 normal trees long and maybe like 1 tree wide.
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking reprod, Riley.
I don't know what that means.
It's replanted silvicultural land for farming trees, but trees don't normally grow that thin and that tall like that. They tend to be fatter, to wit.
How does that affect Bugdob?
Just the size of the trees, I guess.
Okay. Oh, so we're saying these trees aren't as tall as the trees I'm used to?
Well, they might be tall, but if they get that tall, they're markedly fatter.
And probably harder
The
to knock
reason we
down.
get such thin, tall trees around here is because it's reprod. It's reproduction. It's been planted like that.
Oh, okay.
They're real close together, but naturally they don't. Yeah, they self thin.
Copy. Cool. So to make, let's say, so you would say the thickness of the trees around here, let's just say they're an even thickness. Let's say there's not like, there might be 1 or 2 massive trees here, but for the most part they're all similar. So I would say 2 feet thick for your normal tree diameter.
Yeah, that's a big tree.
Bigger, smaller.
Well, the question is, are these conifers or deciduous?
Split the difference, yo. I'm not. If you want to do your research and figure out what this Neverwinter Wood would be as far as trees go, I'm happy to fall to your knowledge. But
I think they're let's say it's a hickory oak woodlands. So there's lots of hickory and lots of oaks with a few.
So
ironwoods.
How thick diameter wise is your average tree trunk here?
That's probably
2.5, 2.5 or 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say 2.5.
So if you want like a 10-foot tall building, and you want it to be 4 by 1, that's gonna be 8 times. We'll just say 2.5 feet, so 8 times 4, and then another 2 times 4, so 32 plus 8. It's 40. So he's going to have to chop down 40 trees to make your Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Bugdob is going to follow your orders, and you might change this map irrevocably.
We could also have him do a selective thinning. We could go through and mark various trees, pull this one down, pull this one. That way we don't just wholesale open up a big old,
That's
meadow
probably smart.
in the middle of this.
Yeah.
So
He could have created a deforestation, yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we just say Rio went through and marked trees and said, cut down this one, and that way.
Okay.
Well, he won't have gotten very far by the time we get back. We're not going for long. We're just going to Phandalin.
Oh yeah.
Find some work.
But if he's gonna continue, anytime that you leave him here and you're gone, and I mean,
we'll have Rio go through and mark all the trees to cut. That way we're selectively thinning.
So Bugdob is staying. Damn it.
And we'll get you some meat from town. We'll get you some good meat.
Okay. I erased his hit points and AC and stuff, but I'm gonna keep it there. I'm gonna pick a note here.
Sarissa will grab a few gold from Bugdob, and I'll get you some meat while I'm in town. Good meat.
Oh, what kind is good meat?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Me trust, horny lady.
Excellent.
Is that the first time you guys heard me say that? Because I've said it a couple times.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard you.
Okay, cool.
I think Sarissa's probably used to hearing that.
I'm trying to think of if Bugdob puts in a full day's work. Do you think four trees is too much per day? Too little? Chop them down, drag them to camp, do the whole thingy, the peg thingy.
I'm gonna say 1, maybe 2 trees per day. I mean, because he's gonna have to limb these things. He's gonna have to drag them.
Cool.
There's a lot going on.
Thank you. I like that. That seems. I was gonna go with 2, but I thought maybe 4. So 2 seems reasonable.
I'm giving him 2 because he's so big that he can chop through them quickly. But then everything else is gonna take the same amount of time.
Well, his chopping ability is also going to depend on his tools. If his tools break or dull out or etc. So you might want to buy him. Yeah. Or buy him some sharpening stones or some ways to repair the tools or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the first foray for you guys in my campaign, at least, into reshaping your world, and I'm all here for it. Bugdob did what you said, by the way. He kept the bell close. Are you guys taking the bell into town?
No. I vote we leave it with Bugdob. It's kind of his weapon at this point.
Okay.
I agree.
I'm going to remind you. I don't want to sway you either way, but you guys know this is a bell that's 50 pounds, I think, made of solid gold.
Yeah, so do you think perhaps we should have an exact replica made for Bugdob to use, but have it made out of iron, steel or something? And we could probably have them tenfold hand bells made, 10 over with the money we could get from this gold bell.
Bronze would be easier to get done.
Yes.
Me say, bell only go on hand, so only this much, reach with bell, whereas small tree more reach, or big axe more reach, more damage.
Okay. So Bugdob, would you rather have an axe than the bell hand?
Axe, sword, He doesn't know all these words, but he'll describe what a
Yeah.
halberd looks like, or
Yeah.
like a pike maybe, or
Well, perhaps we should just take a bit of the bell into town and trade it to have all the implements made for Bugdob that we need. We'll have him an axe made. We'll have a great club made for him. We need to buy him tools.
what?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, what portion of the bell do you want to take into town?
How about the clacker? Is that gold too?
That was not described in the book. I would honestly assume that they probably went easy mode with that, so they just used whatever clacker they had, which probably wouldn't be gold. So like the actual bell is gold.
Chunk off a piece of the bell, then we'll just, grab a chunk.
Yeah. It does actually make a difference, like how much of a chunk you want. Believe it or not.
How about 400 gold pieces worth, so we can pay for all this stuff we need to get for Bugdob?
Okay, I mean you would know how much a gold piece weighs because you have them, so yeah, you could do that. Give me a second. Let me do some math. Hold on.
We still have our horses too.
Yeah, let me make sure I have my numbers right here.
I mean, what do you think, Neil? You think 300-400 gold pieces is enough to pay for Bugdob stuff?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and
I had my number
you're
wrong.
right. We have to take all the horses because technically these horses are, being leased to us by the town, and so
Yeah. We need to show that they're still alive and we're still working.
Yeah, and we need to take another assignment so we get to keep the horses.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are trying to meticulously get 400 gold pieces worth of this bell, it will look about... No, actually, that's not too... It'll look about the size of, the chunk, like the size of Sarissa's hand. So it would be as if Sarissa could pull off, like that would be the amount of the bell that you're pulling off. One Sarissa hand chunk size. As if she dug her fingers in and just pulled. Although obviously it's gold, so you have to get it out somehow, but it's soft material, it's gold, so it's not hard. Let me put a note in here. I actually have to pee, so I'll be right back. So if you guys have anything to RP, go ahead.
I'm going to use the restroom too real quick.
Okay.
Sing a song of Christmas. A joyous song of Merry Christmas. All right. Shadows has mentioned that it's normally oak and pine trees, so yeah. And good thing you
Yeah.
guys.
It's going to be a lot easier to work with than oak.
Yeah, and good thing you guys started marking trees for Bugdob to knock down, or else that could have been the end of the south of Neverwinter Woods. Okay, I have taken appropriate notes for what I need as far as the gold bell goes. Let's see. You guys were teaching Bugdob all this last night for the whole planting things, cutting trees, shaping the ends for whatever purpose. Did you guys want to spend some time marking the trees last night as well? Or do that this morning when you think of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, like, some realism goes into things. If you were telling Bugdob, yeah, just cut down 40 trees last night, and then, like, in the morning you woke up being like, oh, no. Like, just, whether or not you thought about it last night versus this morning would be whatever. But so keep that kind of realism.
I'm sure Rio's probably familiar with, like, the diamond pattern of managing a forest and stuff. He's a ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just had a blaze into every tree I wanted him to take down and explain only cut down trees look like this.
Okay. I mean, you say he's a ranger, but he's not a forest ranger. He's just a guy who likes to live in the woods, not necessarily a... But okay, I'm okay with it. You guys put your heads together.
Raised as an outlander with carpentry skills.
Yeah. Did those go along with knowing how to cut a Anyway, I told you, I'm happy with it. We're cool.
I will say in his defense, where I grew up, in Alaska, like, you could ask anybody from first grade all the way up to high school, just because of the way we're raised, you have a general idea on how you do and don't cut trees down in a forest. It's just you're raised around it. So I was just assuming that as a forest dude or a ranger dude, he'd have a general sense of do's and don'ts.
Yeah, just making sure that... Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so that all happened last night. You guys had your long rest. The morning has come. And Rio, you're going to stay with Bugdob?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And since you guys have taught Bugdob the tree thing, do you still want to stay with him, knowing that he has a purpose and knows what to do with his day, or do you still want to just stay out of town?
Stay out of town for a while.
Do you have the sending stones, but do you want to give Sarissa and Neil anything you want while they're in town, or you guys have plenty of hours to talk about it, so I just want to make sure that
if they happen to run into an artificer.
Okay.
A repeating heavy crossbow.
Ah. That's an artificer infusion, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's the kind of thing that an artificer would make.
I'm thinking of artificer the class, and I know they can infuse a ranged weapon with like never-ending ammo, but they can also have only a certain number of infusions up at any time.
I don't think never-ending ammo's what I'm fishing for.
Okay.
Just a magazine fed.
So, okay, I get you. Would this be a light or heavy crossbow? Or hand, I suppose.
Heavy.
Okay.
Something I'm going to study up on and get proficiency in further down the road.
Oh,
It may take a while to run into.
as a ranger,
Today, no problem.
As a ranger, you don't automatically have proficiency in heavy crossbows?
I don't believe that I do.
Okay. Let me look something up. Do you know what it would be? Is this an item that already exists in D&D? I think it does, but...
Dum 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 dum. 5e heavy crossbow.
I typed in repeating crossbow into D&D Beyond. It came up with something vast cavern and darrow. Oh, these are from... These are, what are they called? Stat blocks for monsters, I think. Creatures.
Martial ranged weapon, but proficiency.
If you are proficient with all martial weapons, you're proficient with a heavy crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
The problem
Crossbow
is...
expert feat. What is that all about?
It means you do not have disadvantage with a crossbow if something is within melee range of you. You don't have the loading property anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for.
At level 8?
Hit level 8.
Okay.
So just a heavy crossbow.
Okay. I still want to find this thing. Does a hand crossbow with a repeating shot? Oh, so that's an infusion. Yeah, that's what I thought. Crossbow repeating 5e equipment. They say it's only 50 gold for a 1d, so it's a light crossbow, 1d8. Oh, it's marked as heavy. You know what? Oh, that's a good point, because once you hit level 5 with 2 attacks per round, you still do have to follow the loading property until you reach crossbow expert at level 8, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. With a longbow, you don't have that issue.
Right.
But then, once you reach level 8, which could happen in this campaign, although it's only designed 1 to 7, I'm probably going to allow up to 8, depending on how many quests you guys do in the meantime. Up until the dragon, I think I'm going to allow level 8. If you do everything, you'll hit level 8. Interesting. So for now, do you want to stick with a longbow, which does not have the loading? Okay. So for now, you do not want them to shop for a heavy crossbow?
Oh, they can shop for it. I mean, like, what good is gold to me?
Okay. Okay, cool. So you guys have had this discussion with Rio. Anything else you can think of that you might want in town from them? You have your sending stone, so if you think of something later, it's fine, but... Armor, another shield, rations, or... Ammo?
Yeah, well, we're just going to buy some meat for Bugdob, you know, and throw it on the back of the horses.
I'm going to say with your carpentry, you can probably do your own ammo pretty easily. Yeah. Wood tips are fine. Stone tips are probably slightly better, but wood tips are probably fine. seasonings for your cooking, maybe, or so, yeah, whatever. Let's say we had our chance. If you think of anything while they're in town, you can use a sending stone. But you guys are leaving. Since you did everything last night as far as training Bugdob and marking trees, then you guys leave as early as 7 a.m. as usual. After breakfast, maybe. You make it to Phandalin, no problem. And let me load that map out. Map out. By the way, if you guys have not seen the YouTube video for, I believe the song is called Butthole, or Have You Checked Your Butthole? You really need to see it. It's a fantastic song that a guy, I think,
write that down.
yeah, you need to. I think he came up with it during COVID while he was locked in his house. He came up with a lot of really funny songs, but that's one of my favorites ever.
Who did?
Just YouTube, Have You Checked Your Butthole, and you'll find it. Save that for later. I don't
even want to know why you were Googling that.
I
It's
didn't.
cool.
I didn't. It came.
No judgment.
I think I found it either on Instagram randomly or on YouTube randomly.
No, it's fine, Riley. You don't need to explain. Everybody's allowed their kinks. It's cool.
I like me a good butthole checker. It's all good. All right.
No kink shaming in this campaign.
No, ma'am. So Rio is off this map. Not that it matters, but you guys have arrived in Phandalin from the north. So you guys are actually up here. You get here by, I think it's only like an hour, right? It was from there, so on horses, 8 miles per hour, so 40 minutes per hexagon. 1, 2, 3.
I think
4.
we were like a solid 3.5 hours away,
So
weren't we?
4 hexagons times 40 minutes is 160 minutes, which is almost 3 hours. So almost 10 a.m. by the time you get here. So, what you doing here?
Neil, I will let you take point on this.
Okay, well, we need to go shopping. We need to go buy a heavy crossbow. We need to buy some meat. Some big like
tools.
hocks, big gigantic sections of meat. We can strap them together or something and take them back.
Okay, and tools for Bugdob.
Yeah. And then we need to go look at the town master's board to see if there's any work for us.
Excellent.
Okay. Direct me. What are you guys doing?
Can we just do our shopping, or do you want to RP all the shopping?
I don't need to RP it. That's totally fine, but I need to know what you're buying to give you a total, like, prices for each thing. Maybe you want to haggle. I have no idea how much gold you guys have aside from the gold bell thingy, and at least 100 gold, but probably more.
We need to get a great axe and a great club for Bugdob. We need to get a shovel and maybe a large hoe or some kind of gardening tools made his size.
Do you want to get a great axe and a great club, or one or the other?
Yeah, why not surprise him and get him one of each, and then he can just use whatever one he that day.
Okay. And sorry, what else?
A big shovel for him, and maybe like a hoe or a gardening implement that's big enough for him to use.
Why does he need a hoe?
Don't we all need a hoe?
I know, right?
Occasionally?
But he's pushing the seeds into the ground with his finger, right?
Yeah, so maybe just a shovel.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, so I got great axe, great club, shovel. We're skipping the hoe.
Heavy crossbow.
You still want a heavy crossbow?
Oh, I thought we did, unless I missed that.
He.
We decided we didn't.
Let's backtrack to Rio and that conversation with him.
Yeah, I said if you find one, great. If not, no problem.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we would look for heavy crossbow.
Okay. What else you need?
I need some +1 sling ammo.
Is that ammo for a +1 sling?
No, it's
So you need +1 ammo.
+1 ammo. Yeah, right. We had purchased this before. I don't remember how much of those are. If they're like 50 GP a piece or something.
We're gonna figure that out. I'm typing all these into their own separate tabs as we figure it out.
You think we should get enough leather or something so Bugdob can make himself a new loincloth that's less gross and stinky?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to
We
get
should give him an upgrade. Maybe we should have it like monogrammed or something.
right. So add that to the list.
Enough leather for a kilt, pants, loincloth.
Let's do a kilt. A little more coverage than a loincloth.
Okay.
Keeps the smell down.
Yeah, exactly.
Aerates. Okay.
And some haunches of meat, some hindquarters and stuff. Big old.
Okay. If you guys think of anything else in the meantime, we will go over it. But so far, we are looking at 30 gold for a great axe. Somehow only 2 silver for a great club. 2, again, weirdly, compared to a great club, only 2. It's 2 gold per shovel. So 10 times the cost of a great club somehow. And
Yeah, that makes sense because a club is just a hunk of wood.
yeah, what?
Whereas shovels gotta have a lot more shaping. And
There's metal.
Probably made out of metal as
Yeah.
well as wood.
You got a point there. Heavy crossbow, 50 gold. Fucking +1 sling ammo. I know it's probably in. Do you guys have that in your? It's actually hard for me to access the character equipment tab. Not impossible, but if you guys can do it.
Yeah, let me look.
Roll20 has.
It's called sling bullets.
Oh, this says sling
And of
+1.
course, well, yeah, I've got a sling +2. Weapon,
How much?
and then-
Oh wait, you don't.
then there
Okay,
are
dude.
Sling bullets +1.
Okay, so just FYI, since your weapon is magical, you do not need magical ammo to bypass the magic
Sure, I know
resistance. But if you want the +1 damage or +1 attack roll for the ammo itself, then okay.
that. Right.
Does it say how much sling ammo is by itself?
Oh, by itself?
Who did we lose? Oh, shadows. Okay,
We lost Shadow.
that's fine.
Sling bullets. Sling.
There it
bullets.
is.
There's no cost listed.
4 copper per sling
Oh,
bullet.
right.
So for a magical sling bullet, let's look up arrow +1. Ah, fuck. Come on. Magic arrow? Arrow of slaying. Flame. Okay. Flame arrows do not have a gold cost to them either. Of course they fucking don't. So sling ammo, sling bullets cost 4 copper, and you want how many of the +1 version do you want?
Depends on the cost. You know, if I can
So-
stock up on them.
This is a mining town. They are not super strong with the magic. I would say at most they have 2.
Okay.
Because it's not a commonly requested item either. And let's just say a gold per ammo.
Okay, that sounds cheap.
Want those? It probably is. I have no fucking idea. I can't find, like, it's not often you see magic arrows that are just like an arrow +1. Wait, do you care? Yeah, arrow +1 doesn't show up in D&D Beyond, so I have no idea, dude. If anybody...
Arrow +1 is there, but there's never
Is
any
it?
prices on magic items in D&D Beyond.
There...
Ever.
I guess you're not wrong there. But I can't find arrow +1. Where are you finding arrow +1?
Yeah. I
just
found
think
arrow
arrow-
+1. You got to go to the comment section and watch all the DMs argue
Oh,
about how
God.
much it's going to cost.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. I mean, you get 1 gold each. I don't care. It's not gonna make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Does it give you +1 to attack and damage with that?
Believe so, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You guys are buying enough leather to create a loincloth or a kilt. I'm gonna say a leather armor is 10 gold pieces. And that, let's say 3 of those would be enough to craft. And I would say that the crafting of a kilt would be part of that cost. So 30 gold. I can't imagine I was thinking maybe 2 human-sized leather armor pieces could be made into a kilt, but I don't think that would fit around his waist entirely. So 3, so 30 gold total to buy a kilt of leather for him.
So the side note is all the DMs arguing about the +1 ammunition down in the comments is price. Good question. Was wondering the same thing.
Yeah.
So apparently
Yeah, exactly.
somebody says normal arrows cost 1 gold per 20, so 5 copper per arrow. I said a +1 arrow would cost more like 10 times as much, so 10, yeah.
Also, as a bonus, I'm going to say that crafting this kilt for Bugdob, if you want to pay the 30 gold for all the leather, it will add... I'll give you a +2, so 13 AC total. It would increase his AC by 2.
Sweet.
It would protect a lot of his lower section.
Yeah, from arrows
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
From like
Let's
attacks
do it.
from shorter creatures, yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Awesome.
Okay.
Bugdob's been useful.
As far as meat goes, I want to see what D&D Beyond says. No, that's stupid.
I'm gonna guess for Bugdob, we don't even necessarily. I'm guessing we could even just buy some haunches of mutton, and he'd be just happy.
He did tell you he's a good hunter. That's one of the skills you know he has. But if you want to
Okay.
buy him meat, it is 1 silver piece per pound of beef or mutton.
Let's get him beef.
If you want
Silver piece per pound.
if you
1
want
silver
something nicer,
Veal.
it would be 10 gold piece per barrel of salmon or barrel of pork salted.
Pork salted, that's cheap.
10 gold for a barrel of salted pork.
Yeah, salted
I'm
pork.
thinking like it's a wine barrel, so
Prisoner's
it's a
rations.
big, yeah, it's a big barrel.
Yeah, salted pork is basically it's.
You know,
Let's-
and that's not going to fit on our horses, so we need
Yeah.
to strap our like chunks of mutton to the horse.
You could figure out how to have the 2 horses pull a barrel. I wouldn't say that would cost you much at all. Like you have rope, you have some intelligence, you could figure it out.
Yeah, but salt pork, it's preserved meat, is what it is. It's nothing special. You
Spam.
it's basically spam.
The other question here is, do you want anything else from this list I'm about to read to you? And I'm gonna skip the things that I don't think he would be interested. Eggs, cheese, milk, molasses, butter, maple syrup, honey, maple sugar, ale, wine.
Honey.
You want anything else for him or for yourselves?
We could always get honey
For yourself or for him?
for all of us.
Honey is 1 gold per pint.
Per pint.
Yep.
Um,
It's a good fucking amount of honey.
you know, I'm gonna buy 5 pints of honey.
If you're thinking about yourselves, there's also like nutmeg, tea, frankincense, mustard, grain, ginseng.
Let's just say that we pick up, various little herby herbs to bring back to Rio for his cooking and just basic, staples. So figure out some nice ballpark amount for various groceries.
Okay, so has somebody
And
been
then
taking
add 150% to it because fucking inflation.
notes so far on what the cost of your supplies is?
I have 30 gold pieces for the great axe, 2 for the great club,
Two
2 gold
silver.
pieces for the shovel.
2 silver
Yeah,
for the great club.
silver
There you
for
go.
the club. 50 gold for and then I didn't write down what that was
Crossbow.
for. Crossbow. There we go.
2 gold for the shovel, and if you want multiple shovels, as many as
Yeah.
those. We decided a gold for that's Neil's own thing is a gold for the 2 magical ammo. 30 gold worth of leather.
Yeah, so
And
30 gold.
I just
for the
noticed
kill-
you could do the 10 gold for 1 barrel of salted pork, or you could do 20 gold for a barrel of salted beef. Or actually, it's just this barrel of beef, like corned beef.
Any salted meat is basically just
Yeah.
spam deluxe. It's survival food.
Oh, it is salted beef. Okay, so 10 gold
Oh.
for the barrel of salted pork, or 20 gold for a barrel of salted beef. Or 10 for a barrel of salted salmon.
Let's get 50 pounds of beef and 50 pounds of mutton to bring back with us.
That number means nothing to me unless you want to look it up, because I have no idea how much a barrel of whatever weighs.
No, 50 pounds because it was
Oh,
1 silver per pound of meat. So if we get 100 pounds total,
Yeah.
it comes out to be 10 gold pieces per 100 pounds of meat, and the mutton and the beef was the same price. So it would be 10 gold pieces, and I want 50 pounds of mutton and 50 pounds of beef.
so this beef or mutton does not say it's salted.
No, we don't want it salted because
Oh.
Bugdob's probably going to munch on a whole bunch of it.
So
right
you
off the barrel.
don't want it to be like preserved for a certain amount of time with the salt.
Just has to make it back to Bugdob, really.
Yeah, it just has to make it back to Bugdob, and we'll eat it in the next couple days. And then Rio, we could always make some jerky out of it too.
You're gonna eat 100 pounds of meat in the next couple days, including Bugdob.
Bugdob eats a lot of meat. It sounds like.
I would say he
This
probably
way-
eats.
This way we can keep him busy building the shelter. He doesn't have to hunt.
He eats like let's just say he eats about 4 times what you guys do. Let's just go with that number because that sounds right to me.
So why don't we get 25 pounds of beef, 25 pounds of mutton, and then we'll get a barrel of salt pork just to have sitting around in case.
Okay.
I'll
So,
just tell you, I like spam myself, but that's.
by the
just
way,
me.
in case it matters, so 1 pound of fried beans or raw, which is less applicable, is 1 silver, if that matters. I can post this link if you guys want to look at all these things. Oh, you can buy a slave for 200 gold pieces. Great. Cool.
Let's just say we drop something like 100 gold pieces total and just get a shit ton of just provisions to bring back to camp. You know, a barrel of salt pork. We get some fresh meat for Bugdob, various herbs and some honey and blah blah blah. Some dried beans and
Yeah.
set up like a little kitchen.
Okay, so final answer sounds like any cheese.
Let's
Milk?
hold off on the cheese until we have our
Okay.
maybe enough for a meal, but yeah, we don't have
Yeah,
a
we
place
need a
to
root
go.
cellar. I don't know if the root
Yeah.
cellar's gonna be ready.
So
Yeah.
let's say 1 meal of cheese is so write this down somewhere. So 1 meal of cheese, let's say 1 pound of cheese is 5 copper. That'll last you like a couple days worth of meals if you want to do that, and it might go bad after that. 25 pounds of beef is 25 silver. 25 pounds of mutton is 25 silver. 25 pounds of raw
It
or
should-
go ahead.
Oh, I can't write all that down.
Wait. So
You're just writing
25
down.
pounds of 25 pounds of beef and 25 pounds of mutton comes to 50 pounds, which should come to 5 gold pieces total.
50 silver is 5 gold, yes.
Okay.
You guys are only writing down numbers unless you think that what I say that you wanted is wrong. So, 5 copper for the cheese, 5 gold for the beef plus mutton. If you want raw or fried beans at all. No. Beans you can put aside.
Dry beans.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's one
Yeah.
it's 1 silver per pound of fried beans.
Dried beans.
Raw beans,
Yeah.
1 silver also
Yeah.
per
So
pound.
Let's get 10 pounds of beans because you're gonna
So,
soak them in.
So put 1
and a barrel
gold.
of salt pork.
Yep, put 1 gold there.
Yeah, so a barrel of salt pork, a bunch of dried beans, because you can always make like a ham hock and bean type.
you want-
goulash easily?
Do you want milk for 2 silver per gallon?
No, we should
No.
get a cow though.
Yeah.
Oh, cow is not on here, but I can look it up. You want Bugdob
Yeah,
to plant seeds and take care of a cow?
And milk the cow.
Jesus, you guys are asking a lot of this ogre. But maybe he's smart enough. We'll have some intelligence rolls here. So milk, yes or no?
I don't think we need milk.
Okay, molasses, any?
Yeah, sure.
3 silver per pint of molasses.
Yeah, so get a pint of molasses for cooking.
Okay, so that's 3 silver. Any butter, raw salmon,
Sure.
cream,
No raw salmon.
or
butter.
maple syrup? So 1 pound of butter is 5 silver.
So we'll get a pound of butter. We don't need
Okay.
any maple syrup because we've already got honey.
Okay, so add 5 silver. Do you want cream? For a gallon for 5 silver.
Yeah, that'll last about a second.
Yeah, I don't see a
We
point in
don't.
that. Any garlic? A pound for 1 gold.
5 pounds of garlic.
Okay, so 5 gold. That's a fucking ton of garlic. I love it. I love garlic. Neil wanted 5 pints of honey. Any more than that for you guys?
Yes.
It's 1 gold per pint.
That's good
Okay.
enough.
5 pints, so 5 gold. Add that.
Somebody keeping adding this up.
I think Shannon is.
I'm kind of sketching it down. I'll start
Oh
keeping
my
track.
god. Jesus.
So,
I've asked you guys multiple times. It's your shopping trip.
5 gold, 15. I want another 5 gold. Okay, keep going.
Any maple sugar?
We don't need maple sugar. We have
Cool.
honey. So do not. We have honey and then we have molasses for baking. So we need no more sweetening products. No maple, no nothing else.
Okay, I do not know what camphor means.
It's like a menthol. It's camphor. Have you ever smelled like tiger balm and stuff? That's camphor.
Do you want any? It's 2 gold per pound.
No.
Any nutmeg?
Yeah, we'll get a little nutmeg.
2 gold for 1 pound.
We do not need a pound of nutmeg for. Oh Jesus! Do you know how much nutmeg that is?
I think that I do. I don't use nutmeg often.
It's a ridiculous amount. We need a small. Tiny,
How much do you want?
Let's say a 3.5 ounce jar.
You make me do fucking conversion from 16 ounces per pound.
Yeah, it would be $2.67 for like your.
That's not helpful. Why do you think that's
for that size? So
okay, so hell,
gold.
3.5 out of 16 is almost a quarter. So it would be, let's just say 20. No. Yeah, 2 silver.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 silver for the nutmeg. And you want tea? 2 gold per 1 pound.
Half a pound of tea.
Okay, so 1 gold. Poor quality ale, 1 barrel for 3 gold. There's also better ale.
I don't think we need ale. I mean, nobody said they wanted it.
Yeah. Frankincense or mustard?
Mustard.
1 pound for 3 gold.
Yeah. Once again, do not need a pound of mustard.
So
quarter of a pound.
let's just call it let's call it 7 silver. No ale. Any grain? I mean, you have to do something with grain. That sounds dumb.
Yeah. Get flour. Get 25 pounds of flour.
That's not an option. I don't see that anywhere, and I would assume that having somebody grind the grain to make flour, make it. Who in your party knows how to turn flour into bread or other things?
Yeah, I would think at this point of animal husbandry and the agrarian society that there would be a miller in town and we could buy flour. It would just be asinine.
Yeah. If you can think of something you really want to use the flour for, I will come up with a price for it.
I think
How about donuts?
Or bread.
Do you guys have something to boil oil in? And vegetable oil is not on this list, so I don't know how to make it.
We could make bread
With the
Sticky
appropriate kiln or
Honey
bread
on
oven.
the buns.
If you can make bread over a campfire, I fucking applaud.
all you have to do is heat up the coals and you throw rocks down in there. It's super easy. You can do it with cast iron.
I would love to
Cast
see
iron,
it. I want to watch a
Like
video
a
of that
oven.
because that sounds awesome. I want to see that.
You just heat the rocks up and then you just have a cast iron Dutch oven and you set it in there. That's the way they used to do it. Even in the Old West, is they would scrape all the coals out. You just set the Dutch oven down in it and you throw the bread in there with the lid. And you throw coals on top and pull it out when it's done. Voila, bread.
Neil, you put
We
1
could
pound of
buy
cheese.
a Dutch oven.
Neil, you put one pound of cheese for 5 copper. Is that in relation to? We already went over the cheese, right?
Oh yeah. Ignore whatever I put in there.
Okay,
yeah,
just making sure.
Ignore that.
We're almost at the.
Because I have not been tallying anything.
You're fine. We're almost at the end of the list. You guys wanted a barrel of salted pork, right?
Yep.
So 10 gold for that. Did you also want a barrel of... So Everything you've bought so far will fit in your packs. The barrel will have to be towed behind horses, and you guys are smart enough to figure that out. Another barrel would make things more interesting if you wanted to buy a barrel of salmon or a barrel of beef salted.
No, we got salted
Pork is fine. Okay. Then whatever that adds up to, and I hope somebody has kept a tally. Shannon, I'm looking at you. Good.
Yeah, hold on. So just the groceries or everything?
So far, that's the groceries. Neil is taking care of his own ammo, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I already did that.
Plus one.
The crossbow
10 plus 1.
would be out of whatever Rio gave you, I would assume.
Plus 5. Oops. Hold on, I just deleted it accidentally.
Yeah, the heavy crossbow, we could just deduct it straight out of Rio's gold, maybe.
Yeah.
23. 23 plus 2
He
gold.
also... Rio, are you still here?
It's 50 gold pieces for a heavy crossbow.
Rio? Bart? John?
It's not that bad. It's only coming up to close to 30 gold so far. I mean, just for the groceries, it's not that bad.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Do you want me to add everything else in?
John, can you hear me?
Yes.
Do you currently have a ranged weapon that can actually shoot bolts?
No.
Okay, so you guys would have to buy some number of bolts as well. I'd say, I mean, my guess would be at least 20, but I don't know what he would want.
Since I fletch my own arrows, if I can't find them, I'd make them, but that would be a much slower process.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if... Part of me thinks crossbow bolts are made of something like sterner, like...
They can be wood reinforced with iron, they can be iron, they can be bronze, they can be steel.
Just a second. RPG Stack Exchange is one of the numerous awesome craft arrows. As part of a short rest, you can craft up to 5 arrows. As part of a long rest, you can craft up to 20. You must have enough wood on hand. So that's arrows, bolts. Nobody has an answer to this yet. Hold on.
So if we don't already have a Dutch oven in our inventory, then we'll pick up a Dutch oven too, so we can make bread at camp.
Okay. Does somebody want to look that up in 5e while I am looking up crafting of bolts? You can craft non-magical objects, including adventure equipment, you must be blah, blah, blah. You're proficient, I know that. You can find wood. For every day of downtime you spend crafting, you can craft 1 or more items with a total market value not exceeding 5 gold points. Gold pieces, not points. And you must expend raw materials worth half the total market value. So, yeah. So yeah, you are welcome to craft them. These guys can buy... It's 1 gold? No, that can't be right. 1 gold per bolt? Holy fuck. Huh? It doesn't say like it's 1 gold per certain number. So you guys can use your sending stone if you want to relay that it's going to be 1 gold per bolt And then John, Rio, for you to craft those, you're gonna have to like be gathering wood as you go, or gather enough wood while you're in camp. While maybe from all the frickin' branches and shit that Bugdob is stripping from these trees, you can get plenty of wood to craft a bunch. But yeah, so if you buy him like a starter maybe like 5 bolts worth or 10 bolts worth, it'd be 5 or 10 gold. If you guys want to have that conversation with him via quick sending stones.
Excuse me, I have to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be
Okay.
back.
Shannon, are you still here?
Yep.
Do you want to send a sending stone message to Rio asking him how many bolts you should buy, or you're muted for a second there?
Yeah, I sent him a message. And so, Rio, if you will answer the DM directly, pretending you were saying it to me.
Yeah. 50.
50 bolts?
Yeah.
Okay. You're still muted, Shannon, in case you were talking to us.
Oops, I gotta pay attention to that. Yeah.
Okay. So the grand total for Rio's expenditure just for his own thing is 100 gold for the crossbow plus the bolts. And then whatever his portion of all the other supplies will be, you guys can figure out how you divvy that up when you get back. For all of this shopping, you'd be going to the town master's hall, possibly for some of the like grocery items, the lion shield coster for some of the shovel and weaponry and other kind of items like that. Maybe the miners exchange. I would say 2.5, 3. Let's say 3 hours. So you guys got here in less than 3 hours, so roughly before 10. You're done by about 1 p.m. If you guys are okay just eating rations or whatever on the way back to the camp, you're looking at another almost 3 hours to get back, so roughly 4:30 or 4 o'clock or 3:30. Unless you wanted to like stop in the inn and talk to people, like you guys want to look at the
We gotta find a job.
yeah, you gotta find jobs. So let's say you guys would leave by 3, so after the job. So when you guys are at the job board, you see, because this stupid page doesn't have like the level requirement or the level like suggested level. By the way, you guys are all level 5 now.
Oh.
So you can do that as I am talking. You can do that after the game, but you're all level 5. So figure out how you want to do that. I know a couple of you get a second attack per round. I know you guys get 3rd level spells. At least one of you does. Actually, I think, Neil, you also get... You're the only one with cantrips, I'm pretty sure. So you also get like your cantrip boost.
Oh, cool.
So Vicious Mockery is like 2d4, right, instead of 1d4, and
I think you're right. Yeah.
yeah. So cool stuff. You guys can work on that while I'm looking things up. We have. I think you guys are high enough level for. Go ahead. Sorry.
Do some spells just automatically show up because of like your class or your race?
Yes.
Occasionally.
Class, race,
Okay,
or
'cause-
subclass.
Okay, because I had some stuff show up, and I'm like, what is? And then I'm just like, okay.
Also, I think I typed this in somewhere, but I did not say it to you in actual words. If you guys come across like spells that are not in the player's handbook or not in Tasha's or whatever, if they seem kind of homebrewed or they seem kind of overpowered, just bring it to me. If it sounds like a spell that you'd like to have, and
Okay.
at the very worst, I'll say, like, we're gonna modify it to be a little bit less damage or a little bit less OP or a little bit less, and then it could grow to its full potential maybe the next time you get more spells. But like the arrow thing that John found for his ranger, that seemed super OP for like a level 1 or level 2 spell, but I could knock it down a little bit and then make it grow to its full potential than like level 3 spells for rangers, or the sword thing or whatever that
I already deleted all
Yeah.
that stuff.
the one that
through
Sarissa
it.
had sounded
go
like
on.
it'd be fine. It was just weird. I'd never heard of it, but anyway,
Yeah.
if you find homebrew
deleted
spells or homebrew anything that you think sounds cool and you want, like, just bring it to me. I'm letting everybody get away with a lot of stuff, and I'm just gonna throw more monsters at you. It's fine.
So
That sounds good.
You guys have been fine
Yeah,
so
so-
far.
the hellish rebuke. It's now because I'm level 5. You also get darkness as a tiefling.
Cool.
Sweet.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and all these other ones that showed up, they're paladin. It's because you're a paladin.
That's weird, because usually it's your subclass that determines the bonus spells you get, not your class. But
Oh, maybe it's the subclass of paladin. I took Oath of Vengeance.
what are the spells you got for free?
It looks like Misty Step showed up.
Huh.
I already had Hunter's Mark, but that's because of my fighting style or whatever. I have that for my first level. Hunter's Mark.
Your fighting style gave you Hunter's Mark? I think it's because you're tiefling. Oh no, I think it's because you're Vengeance.
I think yeah, Oath of Vengeance.
Yeah.
I got Hunter's Mark, and then
Yeah, I think
the
so,
other thing is Hold Person showed up. Concentration up to a minute.
Okay, I could
And
see that
it's-
as a Vengeance spell, sure.
Yeah, and then
Hold
the
Person-
Darkness and the Hellish Rebuke are because I'm a tiefling.
Hold Person is
they're-
amazing,
and-
as long as they're a humanoid and it hits, because it gives you like automatic crits if you're within melee range.
The Hold Person does.
If I think it says they're paralyzed, right?
Let's see.
The
Choose humanoid. See, the target must succeed a Wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for duration. At the end of they get
yeah,
paralyzed.
the paralyzed condition means any attack that hits within melee range is an auto crit. And now
Because
you
they
have
can't-
2 attacks, and you have smite, so you could
Wait,
crit on your attacks and your smite for 2 attacks.
You get 2 attacks.
At level 5
as-
paladin, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, attacks per action too. I've never played a character that ever got more than 1 attack.
You haven't. That's true. Yeah.
Wow.
I've only seen you be, well, if you played War Cleric, I think you'd get it level 6, but you played Tempest, so
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
War
wow,
Cleric.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I got nothing else to say.
Oh, I just excited to see that I do have enlarge reduce.
Level 2 spell,
as
right?
Part of my. Yeah, it's a once per day thing. With,
Fairy?
With, my fairy magic.
That makes
yeah.
sense for a fairy, yeah.
I can just see Neil painting his face up like a devil and then just making himself huge, scaring the shit out of somebody, and then You know.
Well,
Yeah, or enlarge Bugdob.
yeah, an enlarged fairy is still like a halfling size. It's not like because you're tiny, right?
No,
You're small. Okay, so you become a human size, I guess.
We could paint Bugdob up like a devil and then enlarge him, scare the shit out of everybody.
It's pixies that
Yeah.
are tiny, I think.
Right, but they're not
Yeah.
a playable race in 5th edition.
I watched a Curse of Strahd campaign where he allowed a pixie. I don't mind.
Oh, wow.
You mean you talk about playable races in 5e? I don't care. Like as long as it is not
Yeah.
OP. If you want to change
Yeah.
your character, you're welcome to at this point, knowing that information. So
That's the beauty of Dungeons and Dragons is Wizards of the Coast. They can do whatever they want. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
DMs are gonna do what the DMs are gonna do. You're gonna play who the DMs say you can play, and that's just how it's gonna roll.
There's
That's the beauty of it.
there's a beautiful blonde, probably like maybe my age, DM on Instagram who has. She gets like maybe 500 likes per post, but she posted this thing where she said, like, weird when players that want to join your party are annoyed or upset with the playable races you allow in your campaign, and that's all she said. And my comment was, I'm super curious what races you don't allow and why. And she didn't respond, but other people responded, and they responded like, I've been a DM for like 40 years and I only allow the player's handbook races, which is only 9 races.
Oh man, you started a firestorm.
I didn't respond to any of these people because I don't want to get into a fight, because my question
Right.
was pretty innocuous. It's like, what do you allow and what don't you like, what and why? And I'm like looking at these 9 races, and it includes Dragonborn, it includes elves and orcs, half orcs and whatever. So it's like a good smear, but like as long as a race isn't OP, as a DM, as a long time DM at least, you should be able to handle it.
A lot of those guys, they're just bitter and fucking old. Everybody
Yeah.
knows a dude like that. And it's just like, go ahead with your stick
But-
up your ass, have no fun, and keep enjoying, your original D&D rules with all 3 races you're allowed. Whatever,
Yeah.
dude.
The funny thing is, like, this gal obviously knows social media, so she's not like a curmudgeon stuck in the mud old person. Like, she knows how to like brand herself and get herself out there, and Instagram and TikTok and whatever, but she never responded, but other older DMs did respond. And
Well, so you got to remember too, if you know what you're doing on social media, sometimes you'll say things that are controversial because you know
True.
you're going to get a lot
Engagement.
of engagement, and that drives you up.
Yeah.
You want engagement. It's like on my YouTube channel. Oh, bring on the hate comments, because then all the greebets will dogpile on that person. But either way, it's engagement and it pushes you up.
Greebets, oh my god.
Yeah, they name themselves the Greebets.
Stop
It's
it.
awesome.
Wait, so they knew so your YouTube name is Grebo?
Yeah, I go by Great Grebo.
Okay.
Greebs has been my nickname for years, so I go by, and they name themselves the Greebets.
I just thought Grebo was your druid's name. I didn't know it was a long time.
Yeah, nope. Yeah, my
Gotcha.
YouTube name's Grebo, and I've gone by Grebo for years, and then, but yeah, the Greebets, somebody made the mistake. They said something, and it was really rude. Anytime somebody makes like a really rude comment to me, I always pin that one at top. Like,
Nice.
it doesn't hurt my feelings. You are a fucking stranger on the internet, whatever, But
Yeah.
I learned, but I do that. But then I realized then everybody else has something to say, and then next thing you'll know, you'll have a shit ton of comments, and you're like, well, all right, engagement.
I post an average of about like 4 YouTube videos per day, just of like the story quests and whatnot that I go through for Final Fantasy 14 or Baldur's Gate 3 or Dying Light or whatever. And only recently in Baldur's Gate 3, I started getting negative comments, like saying, I clicked on this thinking it was a guide, and it was just this middle-aged dude talking about what he doesn't know about the game for half an hour. Like, why is this video so long? And my response is, oh, dude, I'm totally sorry you thought this was a guide. I apologize for not including the words not a guide in the subject, in the title, or in anywhere. And I even modified the title, like, parentheses, everyone, colon, this is not a guide, parentheses, end. And then in the description, like, If you guys are looking for a guide, you might want to look for a video that has the word guide in quotations, or how to in quotations, or the best use of in quotations. I got super defensive because I'm like, I'm just a casual dude posting videos of games I love. That's all it is. I don't know any better.
Now, people get really or people will try to get really demanding if you let them.
So 100 gold for sure was Rio. 2 gold for sure was only for Neil for the ammo that was available, the magical. The rest of it, I'm assuming Shannon Sarissa took note of, and
yes,
y'all will divide it.
Like the tools for Bugdob with the kilt and everything technically came to 62 gold, but we're buying him, the kilt and stuff, and so I don't mind paying for the kilt and stuff. Not to mention, we have 400 gold pieces just from that little chunk of bell. We're doing okay.
True.
We can
So, the chunk of bell.
Splurge.
Good point.
Yeah.
The chunk of bell, you take that to the Phandalin Miners Exchange, and they look at it, and they look at this giant chunk of gold, and they ask you, where did you get this?
Oh, here and there. We've been adventuring for a while. If you're not interested, I suppose we could take it elsewhere.
No. No, we're interested, but, like, it's still a curiosity. Like, where did you find a chunk of just solid gold this size?
Oh, it seems a while back we were going up against some orcs. Maybe it was ogres. Maybe it was even a dragon. I can't remember. I'll go back through my notes and I will bring you a full story the next time we come to town.
Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, I guess it'd be a 1-to-1 exchange. Although they'd have to like work this. Honestly, they'd have to work this chunk of gold to make it. No, they can do whatever the fuck they want with it. So they would give you They'd give you commensurate value.
It's already smelted and it's a large
Yeah.
piece. So if anything,
Yeah.
it's actually a little more valuable because they're not having to take a bunch of small pieces and smelt it down into a big piece to work. They've got a big piece, and it's much easier to make jewelry if you have already purified gold.
Yeah, I suppose. I was still gonna even before you interrupted me. I'm gonna say the same thing. It's just like they can carve out whatever they need and mold. So they'll give you a 1-to-1 exchange, 400 gold for 400 gold. So if you want to divvy that up between yourselves and Bugdob or Bugdob and whatever, but up to you.
Do we just want to hold on to like that chunk and just use it to pay for all the supplies and everything today? Like, just. Do you guys want to do that?
Neil, you're muted. Although it doesn't look like you are.
Muted.
Like I think you hit your button on your headset.
Unplugged.
Yeah, it's on my headset.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sarissa. You are suggesting trade the gold chunk for the whole list. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, we're gonna get 400 gold pieces, and so today let it just be a free for all. We'll just get what we want, and we'll just pull the whole amount out of the 400 gold pieces we have, and then from now on we can start divvying it up. But today was just kind of a one-off. Okay,
Yeah,
we got.
And we'll probably come away with extra gold to distribute if we.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So we'll distribute that, but we'll get Rio his crossbow. We'll get we decided to get a kilt for Bugdob because we don't want to smell him and he gets higher AC and
Okay. So
what's the total? We said we subtract 400 from the total. That's what we have left over.
Yeah, so let's see. The groceries came to 30 gold pieces. So there was 30 gold pieces for the groceries. Bugdob's total with everything we got for him came to 62. How much was yours, Rio?
The heavy crossbow is 50.
Crossbow 50, bolts 50, 100 total.
So 100 total, plus, let's see, so 30, that's 90, 192. So only 192 gold pieces for everything that we got, which still leaves with
yeah.
208
Sorry.
gold pieces. I mean, and we have an entire bell still. We only grabbed a chunk this big. We're doing okay. You know,
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah,
Good
so
plan.
we got Bugdob, we got him a kilt, we got him, not only did we get him a great axe, but we got him a great club, we got him a big old shovel, we got all the supplies we need for cooking. I grabbed a Dutch oven so we can make bread, we grabbed flour, we grabbed a bunch of spices. We're doing okay, you know, we got a big old crossbow. Is there anything else that you need? Do you think we should grab a couple more healing potions just to have a couple more on hand?
Always.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll
Yes.
buy. We'll see. I think last time he said that we tend to be able to get two healing potions in town at a time. So we'll see if we can't grab a couple.
Okay.
And then, you know, we'll still have a little bit of gold to divvy up between us. And then,
Good plan.
yeah, and then next time we'll just start breaking it off and divvying it up in town. But we've got that big bell, and you know. And we already got 100 gold pieces each from the job we did, so we're doing okay. I can't help but think that we're probably destroying that bell, which has some magical... Whatever, we don't care. Can we get
the bell...
2 healing potions?
Yeah, I heard you. So a couple pieces of order that I have not addressed yet. The bell had no magical properties to it because one of you had detect magic up.
Okay,
and it would have pinged. The Dutch oven. We did not talk about the price of that.
I added it in already. A Dutch oven, it's gold pieces. I added it into the total.
I mean, I have never looked it up. So
I looked it up. It's cast iron pot.
Oh, cast
iron Dutch oven.
I see. So cast iron pot. Okay, that's fine. Okay. The healing potions you would have to... Nah, she probably sends a couple to town every couple days or so. Yeah, so yeah, you could buy them in town for... If you bought them in town, it'd have a slight markup for the travel cost. So it would be 110 for 2.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay, so 110 for 2.
Add that. So we'll grab those. Bump, bump, bump. Which brings our total up to 304 gold pieces, which still leaves us nearly 100 gold pieces from the gold we got, which divvied up is about 23 gold pieces each. You know, still for our trip to town. We're doing okay. And we got a whole bunch of stuff.
Gosh, it seems like you should have burned through your gold more than that, but I think you're entirely right, so I'm okay with it. Okay,
No, we burned through over 300 pieces of gold.
So
Yeah,
I entirely agree. That's not As you guys are traveling back to camp, and you guys can go ahead. Sorry.
Real quick, so for everybody, that means we all got. Hold on, 20. Everybody has 24 pieces of gold. We divvy up between the 3 of us and Bugdob, left over from the 400. So everybody add 24 to their kitty. So I don't have to keep track of that little chunk of gold that we. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a lot.
Absolutely doing it now.
Yeah. We're gonna show up looking like we just went hog wild at Costco or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did. We're starting a thing, Sarissa. You're gonna kill that dragon.
Right? We've got mattress toppers and we're gonna boofa for the living quarters and those little wood carved balls and like a little basket they sit on for the dining room table that we're gonna get. You know what I'm talking about? Those useless sculptures you see in every Home and Gardens fucking picture. Yeah. Just useless kitsch to throw all over the place.
It's funny.
Okay, so the quest board has the following. The Mountains Toe quest. The Mountains Toe gold mine lies 15 miles northeast of Phandalin. The new overseer, Don John Raskin, just made the trip from Neverwinter to Phandalin and needs to be escorted to the mine. There's no telling what dangers lie between here and there. Once you deliver Raskin safe and sound, return to Townmaster Harbin Westward to collect a reward of 100 gold pieces per person. That is the lowest on the list, so you can assume it is the theoretically least dangerous. And the next 3 quests are about the same level of danger. Axholm quest. Within a mountain 15 miles south of Phandalin stands the ancient dwarven fortress of Axholm, which has been sealed for years. If a dragon attack is imminent, the people of Phandalin might need to evacuate and take refuge in Axholm. To that end, someone needs to open the fortress and make it safe for habitation. Once you accomplish these tasks, return to Townmaster Wester to collect a reward of 250 gold pieces per person. The second of these 3 quests is Dragon Barrow Quest. The dragon that besets us is not the first to threaten this region. Between here and Neverwinter lies the barrow mound of a warrior whose magical dragon-slaying sword helped fell a green dragon terrorizing the high road a century ago. Rumor has it the Dragon Slayer's sword is buried there too. Retrieve it and let the sword be its own reward. No reward offered aside from the sword. Lastly, the Woodland Manse quest. The Orcs have fallen under the sway of evil spellcasters in Neverwinter Wood and have been sighted in growing numbers near Falcon's Hunting Lodge. This is actually to the east of Falcon's Hunting Lodge. Actually closer to Butterskull Ranch than you would think. The spellcasters dwell in a ruined manse. M as in Mary, A, N as in Nancy, S as in Sam, E. Manse, like mansion, but manse. Falcon, who you've met, needs someone to make a preemptive strike against it. Destroy the evil in the manse, then expect him to reward you. You guys have already encountered Falcon's Hunting Lodge, which is actually kind of part of this quest, but you probably go to Falcon's first for information and then move on to the Woodland Manse. So those are your 4 options. You are more than welcome to not return to this town between each, although you would obviously not receive any gold rewards in between quests. And let me bring you back to the Sword Coast map. So, if you're looking at the map of the Sword Coast that we have available to us, the Dragon Barrow is roughly here. The Woodland, so Axholm is roughly here, down in the south.
Okay.
Mountains Toe Gold Mine is roughly here, like to the west of Icespire Peak. And the Woodland Manse, like I said, is to the east of Falcon's Lodge, which is about here. So you go to Falcon's Lodge roughly here, or actually here.
There's 4?
Yeah, there's 4 total. So this is Falcon's Lodge, and the Woodland Manse is like right here-ish.
Okay, what was the one right before that? The second one down there in the
Roughly to the west of Icespire Peak is Mountain's Toe Gold Mine, and that is the quest they believe to be the least dangerous of the 4.
Let's try that one. Start small.
I honestly, I think my character Neil, out of all those options, he would instantly be gravitated towards the sword. He'd just be like, "Let's go get the sword. Let's get the Dragon Slayer sword."
The Dragon's Barrel over in this area is the one that they think has the sword.
That's an excellent idea, Neil. I think perhaps we should tackle some of the other projects first, get the small stuff out of the way, so we don't
Also,
have, so when we can tidy up and then just go right for the gold, they say.
if you guys are going for a full completionist, reaching level 8 before you tackle the dragon near or in Icespire's Peak or Icespire Hold, I'm gonna list 2 other things. Someone that you talk to in town, and even Falcon himself would mention that right up here next to the river, like a little bit to the northeast of his lodge, is a place called the Circle of Thunder, which could also warrant some exploration.
Huh.
And you will remember.
Told us about that.
Did he? I think it's the first time I've told you, so I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Um,
Okay, I'm getting confused.
And
I
you'll
thought
remember. Go ahead,
I
sorry.
thought somebody said something, but maybe I'm wrong.
And you'll remember that when you were in the Tower of Storms, there were some shipwrecks
That's what I was thinking.
that
I was thinking
nobody.
Storms.
You guys sent the crowd to get something out of one of them, and there were, I think, at least 3 more that you could explore. And if you wanted to shop around for, or while you are doing one of the other places, if you wanted to employ the midwife to create like potions of water breathing and or potions of swim speed or whatever, you could theoretically get her to do that. And then if you do everything on the map that I have available to me, before you reach Icespire Peak, you will hit level 8. If you do not do everything, you'll be level 7. If that matters.
Let's go get the Dragon Slayer sword.
So, this feels, unless you guys want to spend some time deliberating and going back to camp and talking to Bugdob and Rio and rehashing things, this feels like it might be
We can deliberate again at the beginning of next session if that's what you're saying. I think that's fair.
I mean, we started a little bit late, like only like 15 minutes, I think, but I got nowhere to be. So if you guys want to keep talking, I'll keep recording, or we can, whatever.
She's
I'm
been going for too long.
Yeah, I'm starting to have some serious connectivity problems. I don't know why you guys are starting to cut in and out really bad. I don't know what is up.
So there were, by the way, there were a total of 5 shipwrecks, and you sent the crab to inspect one of them. So there are 4 more uninspected near the Tower of Storms.
Okay. Sounds like a good thing to do.
It does sound like there's some connectivity issues and some other issues, so we could just talk about it next time or over the course of the week via chat.
Yeah, because it's you guys are all listed as unstable internet connection, and I'm only catching like every third word.
Yeah,
it just
Gotcha.
started.
It's on your side,
Why?
I think.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right. Y'all have a good week then.
Yeah, you too.
I will see y'all
Good
next
game.
time. Good game. Good to see y'all again.
Thank you, Riley.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.